Bam, we're live. Good morning. I'm all dressed up fancy today. Kenneth, good morning. Mr. Ramirez. Oh, Cory's on fire. Jeez. Wow. That's not my last name. It's not? Nor is my hair red. And I'm not on the Wodify podcast. All those shit. All right, show's over. Thank you. Bye. Good morning, Craig. Tough name, tough time to have that name this month. And one female. Lifts heavy. What's up, dudes? I wonder if we have a time zone issue with the guest. I'm very curious. Maybe I'm in the wrong room. Am I in the wrong room? What the hell's going on here? Let me check my emails. Well, we do have a guest today. I was hoping he'd be on here so I don't mangulate. Mangulate? Cory Matchulat. Matchulat? From Wodify is going to be on today. Cool background. I had a great opening question for him. Can every I'll ask you guys, can every male bench 225? Good morning, Jamie. Always good to see you. I don't want to mangulate Matchulat. I don't want to mangulate. Good morning. Can every male bench 225? Can every like I don't mean like right now, but could you train every single male on planet Earth to bench 225? Kevin says yes. Jeffrey Birchfield says no. It doesn't seem like it's asking too much. One time I got up to 182 pounds because I wanted to bench 225 and I still didn't do it.
That's crazy.
I even had 135 for 20. Like cold. Isn't that crazy?
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's got no power. No power.
I just hit the 200 club. I wonder if I can bench 200 now.
You should try it.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that later today. 225 is nothing. I guess. You would think it's reasonable. We're about to find out the answer. This entire show will be can Sevon ever bench 225? Cory, good morning.
What's happening, guys? How are you?
Good. First things first, Matchulat.
Matchulat.
Yep. Matchulat.
The goal is, or the joke is, it's what I used to do on Tinder.
You have an incredible voice. Sorry,
Oh.
Go ahead. What about Tinder? My second favorite subject.
Well, we're glad we got into your second favorite subject first, but it's what I used to do on Tinder. Matchulat.
Matchulat.
Got it.
Nice.
So the first A is like a and the second A is a
Yeah. You know, it's been 34 years of people trying to pronounce my name. You're the first to identify that the A's are different. So well done, sir. I applaud you.
He's a ESL kind of guy, so
English is my second language. That is true. Matchulat.
Matchulat. Yep.
Matchulat.
German.
I feel like I'm at a coffee shop and I'm ordering something. I'll have the matchulat, please.
You know, isn't there something called a matcha latte?
matcha latte. That's right.
Is there?
I believe it is. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
But maybe that's the origin. Maybe if you trace the lineage far back enough, there was just some sort of coffee connoisseur on my family tree.
Yeah, coffee. I'm gonna go even bigger than connoisseur. Baron, coffee baron.
That'd be the Baron of
Bean.
coffee in somewhere in Germany wearing lederhosen.
What do you think about you guys' new logo?
I dig it. Do you guys see the cheat code yet? Or the Easter egg?
No.
It kind of looks like somebody doing a burpee.
Oh, yes. I was going to say a baby breastfeeding.
That too.
Wow.
Burpee came first, but that too
Wow.
certainly applies. Yeah.
Oh, I see it now.
That
Right.
is incredible. That is great.
Little Easter egg.
Hey, is there a button we can click that pulls our names up higher or pictures higher, Caleb? See how we kind of cross the we cross the border, the demarcation line down there? Oh yeah. Oh, nice. Nicely done.
Is that good? Better?
Yeah, better. Hey,
Yes,
Cory, could every man bench 225? Like I started weightlifting just like doing the regular stuff. I did the Arnold Schwarzenegger stuff, the back and buys and the
the bro
chest
splits.
and tries and all and that stuff and never do the legs. God forbid. That's sacrilege. And then I always had all these friends who everyone could bench 225 and I could never bench 225. I had no problem with 135. I could do it for 20. But whenever, and at one time, I remember in my early 30s, I got up to 182 pounds. I was just eating everything and taking as much creatine as I could. And I still I think I got to 220. I just never could do 225. Is that just a training error?
Man, I mean, I would say if your body weight gets north of 160, then yeah, you should be able to bench 225. That's, I guess, my hot take.
You're kind of a pussy if you don't do it. Or your training's really off.
Or the training's off.
I have good sized arms and huge gorilla pecs, like the wide ones with the perfect nipple. You know what I mean? Like I got the chest of a man who's like 6'4".
Well, not the kind that can bench 225 though.
Yeah, no, that's the problem. It looks like I could bench 350.
I don't know if I believe that, man. I think we can get you on a bench and do 225. I think you got this.
It's crazy.
Like it could be, I know you've been training a long time, so it's not like your form isn't good or something, but like maybe just like a little bit of like a mesocycle of just a little bit more higher volume pressing. Like I think you're
Do I get that in Mexico? The mesocycle? Do I buy that in Mexico?
those are the special Canelo Alvarez protein shakes you get down there. Or what was it he said? He ate tacos.
That's right. He ate the carnitas.
Tacos. Yeah, the carnitas is what got him. They had the trend in it,
So is there a plan you could? So the most recent thing I'm doing, because it's been like, I don't know, 10 or 15 years since I made a run at it, and I've started again. And I had this lady on who's like 50, and she's like the queen of bench press. And she says her whole life she's never done anything other than sets of 5. So I'm just really trying to be disciplined because I always want to do more, right? So I'm just trying to do sets of like 5x5s. With long rests, with like 3, like on 3 or 4 minute intervals, instead of just kind of like normally, as a CrossFitter, I'm always like, okay, well, I'm not bench pressing. I'm going to run for a minute, or you know what I mean? I'm going to do some other shit that's in the gym.
That's what's hard for the CrossFitters sometimes, man. It's just slowing it down. Once you get into these really meatheady goals, like bench pressing as much as you can, rest periods are your friend. The other thing that's kind of peculiar about the bench press in particular is that it really benefits from a ton of volume. That's why like the meatheads who go to the gym at 18 years old and just bench every day actually build up pretty respectable bench presses because they're just exposing themselves to so much volume. So I'd say dial up the volume, like even after your main sets. Like when I was really training specifically for bench pressing, because I was like the most meathead power lifter there was, I would go to a full competition where squat, bench, dead, and I would literally pass on my squats sometimes. Because I'm just like, I don't care. I'm just here to try and set a bench record. I don't give a shit about my squats, and I barely care about my deadlifts. So I was truly of the Arnold, the lineage of skipping leg day. But that being said, like I would follow almost like a Wendler 5-3-1 type of program, and then I would expose myself to drop sets after that. So dialing down the volume for the high intensity work, but then still exposing yourself to lower intensity but higher volume work. That way you kind of have exposure to both ends of the spectrum. So it worked for me, man. I love that program for powerlifting, 5-3-1. I mean, it is as simple as it gets, but simplicity is the ultimate sophistication, right?
And where did you? Oh, here we go. Okay, good. I spelt it right.
He's a West Side guy. He was an old West Side barbell guy, and then he joined up with Elite FTS. He was Dave Tate's second in command over there for many years.
And can you, in a nutshell, tell me what the 5-3-1 is?
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. So it's literally 5-5-5, 3-3-3, 5-3-1. Like those are your 3 weeks of progression in terms of the amount of reps you're doing. Week 1 is 65, 75, 85% of your 1 rep max. Week 2 is 70, 80, 90. And then week 3 is 75, 85, 95. Or excuse me, 3x5 is the first set. I'm staying corrected.
And then a deload is I don't do bench at all.
You could expose yourself to like a real low percentage of intensity, like maybe 45, 50% of your 1RM. The other thing he does that's kind of unique is he works off something called a training max as opposed to a true 1RM. So he's taking 90% of your 1RM And he's like, that's safely what you can do, because a 1RM is a moving target, right? Like
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
one day I could bench 380.
Yeah.
It's probably somewhere between 360 and 380, depending upon, rest, nutrition, stress, the whole nine. So take 90% of the 1RM, run something like 531, hit some drop sets afterwards. I think you'll, he has a little variation of the program called Boring But Big. You can try that variation. I think that would probably get you to 225. I'm pretty confident.
Is drop sets where like you do 3 at like 200 and then you just quickly jump off the bench and you take a little weight off and you do 3 at 190 and then you jump off the bench and you take off like 5 pounds on each side and you do 3 at 170? That's
exactly what it is. I actually like to drop sets just in terms of, like, I would pick the same weight. I wouldn't do like the full descending pyramid style set scheme. I would just do, if my top set was 265 for 3 sets of 5, I'd bring it down to 225 or 205.
So bigger jumps.
And then I would just stay there and do a couple sets of like maybe, RPE 9 type of stuff. So, many reps as I can, leave one in the tank.
And did you, when you were training to set the world record, did you use all sorts of grips in your training? Did you go super wide and then work your way in and then go super close? Did you do everything?
Not really.
Okay.
It was what I said too. This was aeons ago. So I was it was the 18 and under class, and I was my body weight was somewhere near 200 pounds. I think the weight class were up to 220. So probably I weighed like 198. I think I was in the 198 weight class, and I benched. It was all with all the kilo conversions. I can't remember, but it was about 400 pounds at 198 at 17. And the guy who went after me absolutely incinerated the record. So about 5 minutes.
So you broke the world record, and then someone else broke it behind you?
National record.
Oh, that's crazy.
I did.
Crazy, dude.
The guy who went after me, and it wasn't even close, man. I mean, you've been to weightlifting competition stuff before. Like, if somebody beats you by 5 pounds, that's a lot. Like, usually it's just like the 1 kilo conversion up. This dude beat me by like 30 pounds, man. He was he was a tank. Yeah. Like,
he was 12.
Yeah, he was 12. He was probably, from Dagestan or something like that.
And you were 17 and 364 days old.
Right. I was just squeaking in there. You're not terribly off on that. I was definitely 300 plus days old into my 17 years there. But I used to do a bunch of different grips. I used to do a ton of supplementary pressing with dumbbells too. That might be an individual thing, but I just felt like, that always translated for me. It always translated. And the final thing was I did a really old school barbell military press, which you don't see a lot of, like a standing military press. That's kind of an exercise that's been lost to time. I always felt like that translated too, man, just from a stability perspective. I don't know, it might have just been psychosomatic, but I always felt like the more I can drive the weights up on that exercise, the better it translated to my flat bench pressing.
Okay, that's good to know. What about this? What Sean is saying, big triceps equal big bench. Did you do like what we call accessory work on triceps? What are those things called where you hold the dumbbell here and you do this thing?
Like the overhead tricep extensions. I do them now. I get cranky elbows. So now I just do like a cable variation of those. But we were hitting triceps, like push down, just crazy amounts of volume on those sort of like assistance types exercises. What else did we do? Did a lot of close grip bench press. So you know what though, we were doing it. I never really had proper coaching. I just had really good genetics. I'll be completely honest with you, for that particular, like, great upper body athlete, shit lower body athlete. That's kind of the name of my athleticism.
Are you really tall? How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Oh, you are tall. Okay.
Yeah. But what the hell was I talking about?
Accessory work, joints jacked up.
Yeah. So nowadays I'm doing mostly cable variations of any sort of like tricep movements, because even close grip bench pressing, we were doing it wrong because we never had any like proper coaching. So I was going like almost hands touching when I was doing close grip, which is just annihilating my elbows. Might explain the elbow pain that I'm having now. But like now I would recommend for like a close grip, like just your index finger on the smooth, just off the gnarling. That's about the width I would recommend. And that's probably still getting some carryover to your traditional bench pressing, but you're really isolating the triceps in a way that won't destroy their joint integrity.
And you know how there's in push-ups you can do them like this, like elbows tucked in, or you can go like this wider. When you do bench, did you keep your elbows in?
I was always a pretty tight elbow tuck guy, maybe as much as 45 degrees, but that's like the absolute outer limit. I was never out here. Like to me, like that's just begging for an AC joint problem.
Yeah, it's like building a cantilever bridge or a cantilever house. You're like, how's that work?
Yeah,
that looks like a lot of tension on that one joint.
It looks like it just looks painful. It really does. So yeah, I was always 45 degrees at the most. I would tuck pretty tight on the eccentric on the down, and I would flare a bit on the concentric or the up. So that's kind of the pattern that worked well for me. But everybody's different, man. I got a friend who competes in powerlifting now, and he's coming from a bodybuilding background, and he's way more flared. So unfortunately, it's the really annoying answer of it depends, and it kind of, whatever works for you. But I was definitely a elbows in tight guy, certainly on the down.
This is the story of my life right here. I've never heard it said like this, but this is, I've explained to people. My kids asked me the other day, have you ever been to a bar? And I said, yes, but I've been to I'm 53. I've been to like maybe a bar 20 times in my life. Never had a good experience. And it doesn't matter. I could go to the bar with the ugliest and I never met a girl in a bar. But if you're 6'2" is hot. Yeah, it's just like that. It just is. If you're 5'5", like you're not like the people who go to bars, the girls who go to bars aren't looking for a guy who's 5'5". And the shit you need to say to them to go on a date with them or get them to come home with you, you can't say in a bar if you're 5'5". You need it needs to be like in church. I need a lot. I need a lot of time. I need a lot of time to convince you that I'm 6'2" inside.
But by the way, for 50, you look fantastic for 53, sir. I don't know what you're doing, but congrats. Full head of hair too. I can't say that. There's a reason the hat's on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to nerf the people who are tall a little bit, because I'm 6'2" as well, and like I'm losing all my hair.
Doesn't matter. You're 6'2". It doesn't matter.
See, exactly.
You know what, man? The gods giveth and they taketh away. What can you do? What can you do?
There goes my hairline.
How did you get, Cory? How did you get into weightlifting? And did you play any other sports?
Yeah, so I was a football guy. So I played football for 10 years. If you add up like peewee, junior high, high school, college.
Your dad put you in early, or? My
dad was not really he's not really a sports guy. He liked to lift. My dad was kind of a genetic freak. Like he's one of those dudes who absolute meathead programming to the max, had no idea what he was doing. But I've seen him bench press 400 pounds raw without even this was back when I was in high school. He hadn't been lifting in years, and me and my friends thought we were tough, and he just jumped on the bench, did 315 for 10, and just kind of like shot us the finger guns and walked away.
Wow,
I was like,
wow,
son of a bitch. But yeah, man, so I was exposed to lifting through him. Started playing football just because I don't know. I just wanted to. Like I can't even remember the thought process that went into it. It just seemed like I had to. I was a bigger kid. Everyone always asked me when they first met me, like, your friend's mom's like, oh, are you a football player? It's like, oh, I guess that's where I'm being sort of shoehorned in here. So started playing football. To be transparent, you guys hated it. Never liked football. Never liked it. Played for that long just because, I don't know, some weird misplaced sense of obligation, I guess, but never really enjoyed it. I was also kind of looks like Tarzan, plays like Jane. Like I wasn't good. I was good enough to play in college just because I had the physical attributes for it, but I was probably going to ride I was an offensive lineman, believe it or not.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was like 270, 275 back then.
Oh my goodness.
I was a big old boy.
That probably was really hard to keep on, huh? Like you were forcing yourself to eat all the time to keep that on.
There were some late night PB&Js for sure. Some like overnight PB&Js to be specific.
And just milk galore. You were just crushing milk.
Just go mad all day, baby.
Yeah,
this
wow.
is the Mark Ripito special.
Wow. Look at Sean. 270 is hot.
Hey, this is my guy right there. But yeah, so I was an offensive lineman. It was funny. I really wanted to play tight end, but I had always played offensive line. Never got to play another position. Played football for 10 years. Never got to run the ball once. Never got to catch the ball once. Just basically sumo wrestled for 10 years. At the line.
Did you ever get a fumble? Did you ever get a fumble?
I did. I actually got hurt on a fumble, believe it or not.
Shit.
I was because there's no chaos quite like a fumble, at least in a sporting context. There's no chaos like a loose fumble on a football field. So you just do whatever you need to do to get the ball. Like, just your body is just not even a consideration. Just jump on it.
Yeah. By
Tear
any
your
means
limbs
necessary.
off by any means. So I jumped on the ball, and it's hard to describe, but I was like sitting on my tailbone in a V. So like my legs were out at like 90-degree angles, and the ball was like in the middle of the V. So I just kind of like scooped it up. I was in this horrible position, and some dude came behind me and just absolutely waylaid me. So I went
Test your flexibility. Tested your flexibility.
At 270 in PB&Js overnight, my flexibility was not where it needed to be. So that herniated a disc, and that sort of ended my football and really my lower body lifting career, as odd as that might sound. Like, I never squat heavy or deadlifted heavy ever again.
Mm-hmm.
I think I probably could, but the older you get, it's like, I'm not making any money off my body. What am I doing here? Like, the risk reward of a deadlift, or I trap bar deadlift. I don't really think that's a deadlift. Hot take. I think it's kind of a half squat, but you know,
I've never done it, but I just think that because I CrossFit, so I just hate on anything that's not one of our movements.
That's fair. And to be honest with you, like, it's great for gen pops. Like, if you're a grandma coming in, I think a trap bar deadlift is a great option, but certainly it's not anywhere near the level of stimulation of a conventional deadlift off the floor. But yeah, that sort of ended my my heavy lifting career as it relates to the S and the S. If you go SBD, the S and the D were done after that. But yeah, I loved lifting. I loved the off season much more than I loved the in season. And once I graduated, I kind of bounced around, did some odd jobs. I worked construction for a while. I worked in food service, was real shitty at that. Worked at a hospital in medical research just because it was the only job I could get. And then as a part-time job, started working at the front desk at a gym on the weekends. Eventually, they let me train people. This is a controversial thing that I never admitted, but never actually finished my certification. Just told them I was certified. But
free markets. You can't do that in every country. That's one of the great things about the United States.
There you go, man. Hey, I mean, not to brag, but I end up being their #1 trainer. So what the hell does that certification mean in the end, right?
Pretty lame certification.
Did you love it?
Man, I'm going to sound like such a negative Nancy, but no.
No, I did not. Though you were great at it, you didn't. I would figure you loved it, and that's why you ended up being great at it, because you gave a shit.
At first, I did, but I think it's so funny when you think about like an entrepreneur, or you think about someone who's successful in whatever field. Sometimes there's a trait they have that doesn't get celebrated as much. That's the sort of underlying reason for their success, and I think one of the main sort of low-key traits that lead to fitness industry success in terms of coaching is, do you have the endurance to coach all day and still have interest in coaching yourself? I didn't. I wanted to go home at the end of the day. I'm like, I've been in the gym for 8 hours. I guess what I realized is I was okay with it being a selfish pursuit. Like, I'm in this for me because I like doing it for me. I didn't necessarily love translating it to others. I tolerated it. It's fine. I wouldn't say I despised it, but it's one of those things, man. Like, when you meet, I was at AffiliateCon recently, got to meet a ton of gym owners, people. We interviewed Jason. We interviewed the gentleman who owns CrossFit ATR. We interviewed Pam Gagnon. Like, we interviewed tons of people from the space, and they can coach all day and still have the endurance to get in there and get after it themselves at the end of the day. And I just didn't have that, man. And eventually that's what drove me out of doing that full time.
I was thinking about gardening. I love gardening. I don't think I would enjoy it in someone else's garden.
Right.
I love spending time in my garden. I'm not so interested in other people's garden except to see what they're doing so I can like plagiarize some of their shit.
I was talking to the founder of Wodify recently, Amit. Shout out Amit. And you'd be okay with me telling the story because it's a pretty cool story. But we were just talking about the early days of Wodify.
Well, we'll see. If you get a text message after you tell the story.
So what the fuck are you doing, bro? But you talk about the early days of Wodify, and like, he was saying just like, up all night, just torturing himself to get certain deadlines met. And the crazy thing is that these were deadlines that were self-enforced. Nobody gave a shit. Yeah. There was nobody coming in being like, you didn't get this done. It was just him. Right.
Yep.
So like that's sort of a similar, like that low key trait that no one talks about. Like, to be an entrepreneur, can you treat self-enforced deadlines with the same level of seriousness that you treat external deadlines?
Wow.
No one talks about that, but that's a big part of being an entrepreneur.
Hey, so before I had kids, I spent a lot of time in front of my computer editing, and editing is very arduous and tedious. And I would get up in the morning, edit until I couldn't stand in front of my computer anymore, drink so much black tea and coffee, then edit, maybe take a nap, then edit through the night. And I did that for 15 years. I don't know if I could have done that for somebody else. Meaning if I didn't feel ownership of the work, like I don't know if I could have gone to Hollywood and been editing a reality show for NBC. Like everything that I did, I felt ownership of. That's very interesting. So he's working on building Wodify, but it's for himself. It's his project. It's his baby.
Right. Like this is, there's no boss coming through that door. You know, there's no suit and tie investor coming through the door saying, "Oh, where's my ROI on this?" Like, it's just him. And every entrepreneur, every gym owner has that story of just like, you know, I need to get XYZ done for the gym. Like, members might not even notice whatever this thing is, but they just have to torture themselves to get it done by this date because they said they would. And I always say I'm not an entrepreneur. I don't know if I could do that. I kind of need somebody yelling at me to get something done sometimes. It just is what it is. So I've got respect for people who have that inner drive to, you know, treat those self-enforced deadlines like they were actually external ones.
Are you married?
I'm not.
You're not. Do you have a girlfriend?
Not at the moment, no.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say, I had a great, thought you were going to say, yeah, I was training and I met a woman and I married her. And I was going to be like, well, that worked.
I did. Funny story, wound up dating for many years the woman who was my boss at this gym, and
Nice.
Can recommend workplace relationships, especially when it's your boss. Don't do them.
Gravitate to power, baby.
We were actually, she was giving me a not so good employee review, and I asked her out too. So timing's everything.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be so close-minded. Do you have a boyfriend?
I do not. I do not. I'm a straight man.
All right.
You know what though? The straight thing hasn't been like, who knows? Maybe I'm
pivot
in the wrong pool, right? It's like that Louis C.K. bit. He's like, I did the first 40 years straight. Maybe I'll do the next 40.
Hey, with
else,
that mustache, buddy. You never know.
Love the mustache, man. I don't know what it is. Movember, you know.
Caleb shaved that beard for a minute, and he went straight to grinder.
Caleb, you could rock a mustache, man. I feel like you got a strong mustache game.
Yeah, I usually do. It's kind of my thing. I've had it for like 6 years, and I just can't shave it, so I just kind of left it there. Yeah,
it just, there's like a gravitational like block. It just
exactly.
The trimmer just can't get in there. It's just like, nope.
It does not go any further than outside my lip here. You know, that's where it sits.
Trimming the mustache is a really fun hobby. I can't lie to you. I'm sure you have your tips and tricks as well, but
I could grow one out by this evening. I'll let you know.
It's terrifying.
Are you just one of those guys who gets true 5 o'clock shadow, Savon? Like you could shave at 8 a.m. and you've got a beard by 5?
It's crazy.
You Italian?
My face. I'm Armenian. My face is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he could have a full beard by tomorrow, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
You got the full head of hair too, man. You just got the hair growth genetics, or the gods smiled upon you in that regard.
Yeah, it's a lot. My wife's like, don't you know how to wipe out the sink? I hear that every 3 days.
There's a little thing on Amazon. It's like a shave buddy or something like that.
Oh,
where it's this little piece of foam and it's designed to like basically push all the hairs after shaving, and you can make them in a little pile, and then there's like a little scoop on it.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's the Shave Buddy on Amazon.
That's really cool. It reminds me of this thing I saw recently. I don't own a cat, but I saw this thing on Instagram. I almost bought a cat because of it. It's this thing like you can just wipe on your clothes and it can just take hair off no matter what.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I need a cat so I can use that. It's for your sink and it gets hair.
All the beard hairs. Yeah. Just
I'll buy that for my wife for Christmas.
She'll love it, man. It's great. It's one of those like $12 Amazon purchases that actually worked out.
Okay.
You know?
All right. I like that. And I use a tooth powder. I have my own tooth powder, Matoothian, and the tooth powder too. Also, when you spit into the sink, you gotta like wipe it off, or it looks like like a volcano exploded in there. Yeah.
Tooth powder. Interesting. I like
Yeah.
that.
You ever
I like
use
that.
tooth powder?
Yeah, I have back in the day. I went on a pretty hardcore
hippie trip.
I would say like primal trip.
Okay.
I was reading like the Mark Sisson blogs all the time, doing the Rob Wolf stuff back in the day. So I liked the tooth powder. What I didn't like was the natural deodorant. I couldn't do that. I smelled bad for sure.
Yeah, I don't use deodorant unless it's like I'm going somewhere with a lot of people. Like I go to a lot of jiu-jitsu tournaments, and no matter how big the venue is, it feels like it's gonna rain in there. It gets real musty because it's like 3,000 just fucking people fighting in there. And then I wear deodorant because I went once without wearing deodorant. My mom was there. She's like, "You stink."
Yeah, it's my buddy did that recently. He was like bragging to me about like, yo, bro, I just stopped wearing deodorant, man. It's like not a big deal. I don't even smell. Then we hung out. We went to the gym one time. I was like, bro, I got terrible news for you. You've been hanging around some people who weren't willing to give you bad news, bro, because you smell terrible.
Sevy's got to smell wild. Yeah.
I'm sure you smell great, Savon.
Thanks.
I'm sure you smell great.
I have air cleaners in every room to gather up my smell.
Can I complain to you guys about something real quick regarding
please.
one on the
Yes,
topic?
I love complaining. Yeah.
So I own an Airbnb. I live in a duplex. I live on one side. The other side's an Airbnb. The whole house hacking thing that everybody wants to do.
I already like you better. Yeah. Smart with your money. Good. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. But caveat, there is a issue with Airbnbs. And by the way, as I've gone down the rabbit hole as a new Airbnb host, this is an incredibly common issue. I would dare say it's the most common issue amongst Airbnb hosts. Smell.
Oh,
smell. It is a huge fucking problem. Like everybody goes, so I do monthly rentals. I don't like to do the short-term rentals. So anyone who comes in, I live in Austin, so it's kind of easy. People are here for work all the time because of the tech scene. So everybody who comes in stays for at least 30 days. It also lets me kind of avoid having to do all like the licenses and permits and stuff you have to do for short-term rentals, because technically 30 days is considered lease length. So you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So anyhow, every single person I've got in there, they cook with something. There's some sort of spice. You know, the first group cooked a lot of curry, so it smelled like curry for a while. The second group burned some sort of, they were from Russia. They burned some sort of weird scent. I don't know what it is. If it was like an incense or a candle, I don't know what it is. Smelled like that. The most recent guys, one clearly smoked cigs in the bathroom. There's just no way around it. And it is an absolute bitch to get rid of that stuff. I had to buy an ozone machine. You guys ever?
Yeah.
It's like just filters air constantly.
Did that work?
It worked like 75%, but that last 25%, man, I just don't know if it's ever going to come out.
Do you get so when someone new comes in, do you ever get complaints about that? Or comments?
The last guy who moved in, he must have been like really, now he went a little too far with it. Like he clearly something smelled in the unit that he didn't like. It was very subtle. And by the way, there were 2 guests previous to him that stayed there for months at a time, didn't say a word. So clearly he had an increased sensitivity to this sort of thing. But he started getting into like, I'm having health issues, and
boy,
I can't breathe.
Here's your money back, leave.
Yes, that's exactly. And it worked. It was a strategy, I'm sure, and it worked because I gave him his money back. I was like, get the hell out of my house. So
yeah,
I have had one where that happened, and that's when I bought the ozone machine and started taking it a little bit more seriously.
We recently stayed. We went down to Wodipalooza, and we were staying in my friend Sarah's Airbnb there in Newport Beach, a beautiful place. And the neighbors were just smoking weed 24/7 up on their patio. It was it was crazy. I think I hadn't smoked that much weed since I was in high school or since I was in college. It was crazy.
Yeah, secondhand high a little bit.
Oh, I mean, I don't know, but just the whole time. And my kids are now experts on weed. Like my 9-year-olds are like, they're smoking again.
You're like, Daddy, that's dank ganj over there.
Yeah. Oh, they're smoking the good stuff.
I think that's OG Kush.
It was like it just came like in a tunnel cloud, just right into our unit.
Man, and weed is such a divisive smell. There's people who love it. There's people who absolutely.
Yeah, I don't mind it, but I was staying with a buddy Taylor, and he hated it. He hated them. I didn't give a shit. He hated them. Same with cigars. Doesn't bug me at all. Some people hate it.
I don't like
Hate it.
cigars, but I don't mind weed. I don't love it. I'm not like seeking it out. And if my place smelled like weed 24/7, I'd probably freak the fuck out. But generally, it doesn't bother me too much.
Well, congrats on the Airbnb. That's a cool thing. The best thing I ever did was when I was employed was to buy homes and not buy anything for myself, or just, drive shit cars and buy homes, because rental money every month is insane.
It's great, man. It's what's interesting about Austin is that the rental market actually isn't so great right now for landlords, believe it or not, because they overbuilt. They overbuilt during the rush. I mean, this place was, Austin still is kind of in the middle of its like moment. Like it's like the hot spot right now, but 2020, 2021, it was bananas during the pandemic. The influx was just never, you could tell. You come here, like the traffic patterns don't make any sense because this many people weren't supposed to be here. Like the city planning was never done.
People fleeing California and Illinois and New York.
100%. Yeah. And
Joe Rogan.
I saw Matthew McConaughey the other day. So
is he running for mayor of Austin?
Mayor or governor or something. Yeah, I think he was kicking it around.
Yeah, I saw just a photo of him that looked like it was at a political rally, and someone goes, "Oh shit, is McConaughey run?" It was like on Twitter.
I think he'd win, to be honest with you. I mean, he's locally. I don't know about statewide, but here in Austin, I think he'd win mayor. I mean,
where did you see him?
I saw him at a bar, believe it or not. It was a hotel bar. I've seen him before at my gym. I go to this gym here in Austin called The Collective. It's a gym / co-working space, but it's like private membership only, which, by the way, like any gym that does that, it's like if you just pay the money, they'll let you in. They don't actually care how many Instagram followers you have if you're willing to pay full price. But so he's been there with his trainer a couple of times. He's got a good workout. I've seen some other guys at that gym. I'm not going to lie to you. Very notable online figures. Shit workout.
Wow.
Shit.
With trainers.
Not with trainers. So two guys I mentioned. I'm not huge fans of other guys, so I'm willing to call them out. Theo Vaughn, shit workout. Absolutely.
I can imagine that. I could see him having a shit workout. I could see him doing a shit workout.
He was doing this weird like med ball shake. I swear to God, he just had a med ball and he was just shaking it.
That sounds right. That sounds right for him. That sounds right for him.
He was also doing the cable thing where he was doing like multiple cable movements. So once he was like rowing with the cable and then going overhead. I was just like, that's not really a thing other than, I guess, probably irritating your shoulder joints, but Godspeed to you. The second guy, Andrew Huberman.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Shit workout. I mean, maybe he's that guy who's always like on the cutting edge. Right. So maybe he was trying some new shit. I don't know. It was a bad workout for he was doing like warrior pose, like the yoga position.
That seems very Huberman. Yeah.
And he was doing like these weird band, like dislocate overhead things while in a yoga pose. I was like, I don't know, dude. You're going to have to sell me on that one. I don't know what the hell that's accomplishing, but
that's a leading neuroscientist.
Maybe it's beyond me, Caleb. Maybe I just can't comprehend.
I have such high tolerance for weird gym shit. I don't mind the one-legged shit on the Bosu balls and all that stuff. But lately, some of the shit I'm seeing where, like you're saying, like a guy standing on one leg and he's got like his hand on his hip and then he's picking up the end of a barbell and going out like this. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
It's funny because being in the CrossFit community, I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of this, but like people really have bastardized the word functional.
Yes.
Like
massively.
Yes. You go into a CrossFit gym, what's functional? It's a lot of barbell movements. Like it's fundamental stuff. There's nothing fancy about functional fitness in the traditional CrossFit sense. It's quite fundamental, in fact.
Right. All the stuff you do when even you're not in the gym.
Right.
That's Take a shit, pick a box of water off the ground, put it on top of the fridge, as Greg says, all that stuff.
That's exactly right. And then what you see now is functional is like balance, all this weird balance shit on the Bosu ball or on the slide board, pivot board, whatever they call it. The slant board maybe is what they call it.
Yeah.
Where you also see all this weird like landmine shit.
Yeah, the landmine stuff's wild. There's so much landmine stuff.
So much. Who's that one guy everybody shits on online? Is it Functional Patterns? I think his name is. But he gets a lot of hate online because he's just like gone so far. The other one is Joel Seedman. I don't know if you guys ever saw him. He has these wild exercises, which is weird because he started off as a pretty normal like exercise scientist, PhD type of guy, but now it's just this crazy, like he's got bands and chains all over him while he's doing trap bar reverse single leg deadlifts.
Oh yeah, look at this, like this thing right here. Click on the black guy lifting up the bar. Click that second one. Yeah, look at this.
Fuck is this?
Yeah, dude. What the hell is this? It's nuts. And this guy, I'm sure, is like an NFL player. I mean, so it's working. Whatever he's doing is working just from a notoriety perspective, but what's working from a physiological perspective, I guess that's a little more up for debate.
God, there's so much going on there. God, click through all those. Those are crazy.
Yeah, this is out there, man. And this is functional, don't you know?
Yeah, this is wild.
Ugh, so stupid. Because like none of this, like all you're doing is training really specific planes, and like balance is like, yes, can you improve balance? But you improve balance by improving strength. Like you're not improving just the quality of balance. You're improving your physical competency through strength and muscle mass and body composition. Like that's how you improve balance. Like you're not doing it. You can't use a heavy enough weight relative to your maximal effort doing any of this shit.
Hey, wow. Hey, have you seen the show F1 on the Brad Pitt movie?
Oh, I have not, but it is on my little Apple TV. I could make that list of all the stuff it's on there.
Yeah. So I am not a movie guy. Honestly, 100 times in a row, I'll sit down to watch a movie. I'll watch like 10 trailers and then just turn the TV off. But the other day I was in there and one of my kids was sick, so I clicked on that. And I really enjoyed the movie. Although Brad Pitt's gone the way of Sylvester Stallone, like his face doesn't even look like a human face anymore. But great movie. But he does this thing with tennis balls to warm up all the time. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Like he's always oh yeah. And I do a lot of tennis ball work with my boys, like standing on one leg and throwing tennis balls back and forth, catching right and left-handed, walk backwards, catch balls right and left-handed, put wrist weights on them. That kind of tricks them, and they do a lot of fighting. So basically I'm just teaching them to keep their hands up, but also with the coordination. And he does so much cool stuff. And they're like, he just sits in a chair. I don't know if it's AI or computer generated, but he'll just be sitting on a chair and desk and bouncing balls back and forth like this. And I think it's actually him doing it. Yeah, I do a lot of this stuff with the boys. Just like this, just throwing balls back and forth to warm them up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I wish I did, it sounds like you're doing it with your kids, but the one thing I wish I did is play a variety of sports.
Yeah.
And do a variety of things. Like I was so specific in football so early that I'm not a great athlete because of that. Like my whole athletic career was just very singular plane. Like it was just, especially me, because I was pretty much just like the things I had going for me was like just size and strength. I had very little agility because why would I have agility? All I ever did was play football.
You're mashing dudes.
Yeah, I was the only offensive tackle who, when the D end was a huge guy, I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God.
Because you wanted to mash.
Yeah, because that's what I could do. If he was like a short little guy who I knew was just going to run the hoop on me, I was like, oh, shit. It's going to be a long day.
Hey, this gym that you go to, this collective workspace, have you are they on Wodify?
No, but I've
morons.
I've mentioned it. I've kind of planted the seed, as it were. But I believe they use MindBody. Yeah, unfortunately.
How did you finally get into Wodify? Were you working out when you were in the gym as a trainer? Were you using a lot of software?
So we were using this archaic software that's specific for commercial gyms that's called ABC Data Track. Mm-hmm. All the big sort of Globo style gyms use it. It quite literally looks like it's Windows 98. But it does all the stuff you need, and it's definitely for a different industry. Like, Wodify is much more for boutique fitness. But we had a supplementary class offering that the name of the gym was called Sweat at the time, and we called it Sweat X. And I'm sure you guys saw this all the time back in the day when CrossFit was at its peak, but everybody was trying to get a piece of that pie. And this was us doing that. That was like basically our CrossFit classes. And we used Wodify to coordinate those classes. So I saw it and I'm like, I wonder what that is. I Googled it. I saw that they were a Philadelphia-based company. I was living in Philadelphia at the time. And I quite literally, I'm a nerd who has like a note-taking app. I used, I think it was Notion back in the day, where I just kind of threw all like the web pages. I was like, I'm going to definitely look at this again one day, and then never actually do. But
right. I have those notes too.
They're the best. It's just hoarding, just digital hoarding. But I remember I made a note, like, check this company out. And COVID happened. The gym closed. The gym that I worked at never reopened. They had 8 locations and just shuttered. Like, they never were able to make it out. Yeah.
That's sad. God, that's sad.
It is. Now, ownership was pretty rough, so I wasn't shocked about it, but Philadelphia had some pretty extreme regulations. And even when they were able to open, it was like the distancing.
Nothing like a struggling city with the government's thumb on its back for innovation.
Yeah, man. It's
cocktail for success.
Philadelphia has still not quite recovered. When you walk around downtown, like, there's still boards on windows on like major streets. Chestnut Street, Walnut Street are like the big commercial corridors, and you're still seeing shuttered businesses.
LA is still falling. LA is still like, it's not that it hasn't recovered. It's still just like auguring in.
It's sad to see, man. But yeah, I was actually selling real estate, believe it or not. So
in Philly.
In Philly, because when COVID happened, I did 2 things. Number one is I started just training clients privately, because all the people who were working with me in person at the gym were like, I don't want to stop. So we figured it out, Parks, Zoom, whatever we could do at the time. And I needed something else to do because I just didn't want to be in my apartment on Zoom all day. So one of my main clients was a real estate broker. And he was like, you should get your license. You're already familiar with sales, because I did a lot of the sales for the personal training. A pretty common job for people getting started in the fitness industry is like being the sales director for personal training at a commercial gym. It's very common. I've talked to a lot of people who I think kind of start in that position. It's a great place to start, because not only do you get to train people, but you also get to get some experience in how to sell the product. But I started selling real estate. Did not like that. I kind of discovered from that I was like, shit, I want to be the guy owning the properties. I don't want to be the guy selling the properties. This is a hustle. So I found that note. I found that note in Notion one day, and I was like, oh, I was going to look into this company, and went on the website. They were hiring at the time customer success, which was not really what I was looking to do, but I was just open to new opportunities at the time. Applied, got hired, did the customer success thing for about 6 months. A sales role opened up, and that was kind of what was more aligned with my experience. So jumped over there, and then years later, now I do a little bit of sales, and I also just started doing some content creation for Wodify. We started our own podcast. So
yeah, the No Rep podcast.
The Next Rep.
Oh, too much Andrew Hiller for me. The No Rep.
No Rep would be fun. I like that too. Someone should.
There's a lot of meat on the bone for No Rep. Hiller's got 100,000 Instagram followers just No Repping people.
There you go. But yeah, the Next Rep. And it was just kind of time. We had this phrase internally. We said getting off of software island. Software is tough to market sometimes, because you have to market the features, but you also have to have a human side to it too. Like, it can't just be software all the time. That might get a little boring from a marketing perspective. So we had a new marketing team who was super jazzed about the idea. And I had kind of been a thorn in Brendan's side for years that I wanted to start a company podcast. And sure enough, the stars aligned a couple of years later, and we launched it.
How many episodes in are you?
I think 12 or 13.
And you're on YouTube?
Yep, we're on YouTube. Next Rep. It's housed within Wodify's YouTube channel.
Oh, that looks nice. Have you gone live? Do you go live?
We don't go live. I don't have that much courage quite yet. We got to work up. We got to work up to that point, but we pre-record them.
Yeah, the cool thing about live, and my buddy kind of forced me into it. He thought that my buddy's like, hey man, your tongue's too loose. You need to go live, and that will make it so you have to be more disciplined with what you say. That didn't work. But But what did work is a community built, and I didn't realize that. So we go live every morning at 7 a.m. And so now you get this cohort of people who I don't know if this is true, but in my mind, they put it on their phone and they listen to it on their way to work or whatever they do every morning at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I get to be tag along with them.
Isn't it funny too that like there's probably people out there now, you guys have a great community, so I'm sure you've met tons of your listeners, but someone who's listened to you for hundreds of hours, they probably know you pretty well.
Yeah, they some of them know me better than I know myself. It's kind of crazy. Like they'll be like, I'll see a comment, I'm like, holy shit, that person knows what I'm feeling before I became aware of what I was feeling.
It's like free therapy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Or if I'm doing something sly and hiding something from them, they're like, we saw you do that. I'm like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Like some thought I had or something, some nuance, they picked up on it.
You get some like psychological stuff. It's like, Sevan, do you know you're anxious avoidant? You're like, what?
Yeah. It's crazy.
You have a type 7 personality, actually.
Man, that's another thing, right? Like there is so much psychology speak in the lexicon today. Have you guys noticed that? Like everything is like 3 times a day, someone's gaslighting something or somebody's a narcissist.
Everything we say, we start with I feel. I feel like you'd be really good at selling real estate. I feel everything starts with I feel, even if it's not like a feeling. Like when I talk sometimes, I'm like, did I just say I feel? Like, what the fuck? I'm not feeling nothing.
My ex-girlfriend was a PhD in psychology. And
oh God!
I didn't.
She's your ex.
I did not win a lot of arguments, fellas. I lost a lot of arguments. Yeah, it was interesting. But that's what she would catch me on. Is I would always say a thinking word. I would say I feel, and then say a thinking word, not a feeling word. And I was like, okay, I didn't even know there was a discrepancy there. So
she have an English bachelor's or something? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was like I said, lost a lot of arguments. Lost a lot of good men on that hill.
I had a bubby. I had a bubby.
Is that a grandma?
No, that's a buddy that you sleep with.
That's a
I had
blankie.
a buddy. I had a buddy that married a psychiatrist, and within the first year, she put him on psychiatric meds. He eventually divorced her, but I was just like, I remember watching him go down that hole. I was like, oh fuck, dude, you're a lab rat.
It's tough, man. I'm a big believer. I've been in therapy a long time. It worked for me, but it's just like finding a coach, right? Like there's good ones and there's bad ones. Yeah. And you got to put in the time and effort to really be open-minded about, like, does this person actually work with me? Like, are they aligned with me? Are they willing to tell me the shit that I don't want to hear? And it's hard. Like, I had a great guy I worked with in Philly when I moved out here to Austin. I had to go through like 5 or 6 people. I'm just like, it ain't it, man. Like, it's because I never liked the type of therapy where they're telling me things. Like, it's about guiding you to your own conclusions, right? Like, I don't want somebody to be telling me, oh, this is what's happening. It's like, motherfucker, you don't know. Yeah. You're getting this tiny encapsulation of what's going on in my life. Like, you can't be making conclusions like that. That's too much power to give over to somebody else, right? And too much power to have over somebody else. So I've always liked the style of folk who's just like, I'm here to just nudge you in the right direction.
I'm paraphrasing, but there's this guy, Eckhart Tolle. He's written a bunch of books. And I remember one time he said something along the lines of, you won't think your way out of a problem. Thinking is what created the problem. You're not going to think your way out of the problem. Meaning, like, you got to let it go. You got to transcend it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to finally be like, hey, I'm not mad at my wife because she always leaves the toothpaste cap off the toothpaste. That's me. That's, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I'm not going to think my way out of this. It has to be like, I just let it go.
100%. Man.
And I heard an interesting statistic the other day. I kind of just came up with this 50 Cent pop psychology on my own, but I heard the statistics the other day that 75% of psychiatrists and psychologists are women, and which I thought was fascinating. And I was watching people talk to people online, and there was this conflation between empathize and validate. And I think it's really important, whatever empathy means, to empathize with people. So let's say, like, you're pissed off at someone at your work because they do something to you. They don't say hi to you. So I could empathize with you. But the problem is we live in a society where they validate it. And I think that's where we go wrong, because if I'm really helping you, I can be like, hey, that sucks that your coworker never says hi to you when they come in. But if I validate it, it means you're right. And there's no the truth is, I need to convince you the opposite of it, that like, hey, that's on you. You're the one who's pissed that they're not saying hi. You have no control over that. So we have all of this validation going on for people that we shouldn't be validating. We end up being a codependent to their pathologies. Do you know what I mean? Like, hey, dude, I empathize with you. I get pissed when someone doesn't say either, but it's our problem.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like this distinction between validate, maybe validate's not the right word, but for me, it's the one I'm kind of stuck on now, versus empathize. Like, hey, dude, like you don't have control over that.
There's definitely a fuzzy boundary between those two things. And you got to
You're not going to get happy. You want them to change for you.
100%. Yeah. It kind of reminds me, it's somewhat similar, but I had this thought the other day. I'm a big journaler. I like journaling just because it makes.
I wish I did that.
I very infrequent.
I have a
journaling.
podcast instead.
That works. That's what you're doing. But helps me make sense of the chaos upstairs. So I just, every now and again, and I wrote the other day about hard work. I hate the phrase hard work. Hate it. Because what does it mean? Who gets to define what hard work is? Is it you, Caleb? Is it me?
Yes.
Is it you, Sevon? Is it some weird relationship you had with your father that you can never please? Like, who defines hard work? Who? What does it mean? And it's frustrating to me that it gets thrown around so much. But like, what's hard work to one person may be easy work for another, and vice versa, depending upon what it is that they're working on. Like, I've always hated that phrase. And I think in many ways, it's used either as a guilt trip to tell someone you're not working hard enough, or it's used as a validation, to your point. Say, oh, well, I'm working so hard. I'm working, I put a lot of hard work into this. What does that mean? Right? Like what is the threshold after which it is crossed? You are now in the area of hard work.
What would you prefer? What would you prefer? Do you have a synonym or something that's an equivalent that you prefer? My coworker Dave used to always make fun of me. He'd be like, "Sevon's the hardest worker in the company. Just ask him; he'll tell you." and the other place, where I use hard work, and it's interesting. I totally see what you're saying. I tell my kids a lot, I really like how hard you work. That's how I use it. Wow, you put in a lot of hard work today. But you're right. Hard? Maybe it's better to say quality work. Hey, I love
quality work. Yeah. I like that.
Because is it dependent on the outcome? Is that what you're getting at? Like
I guess, but then that's tough too, right? Because you can work hard as fuck on something and you do not get the outcome that you thought.
Right.
9 views on a podcast.
Right.
Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
100%. So like, I see where you're coming from, but even that's a little tricky. So, I mean, it sounds a little league coachy and corny as shit, but like, are you putting forth your best effort given the circumstances?
Yeah.
Good effort is a good way.
The thing that I like with athletes is when they talk about, hey, are you training with intention? And I realize like a lot of times I'm not training with intention.
Right.
And I don't know what that means for everyone, but I know when someone introduced that idea, it forced me to think, am I training? And it's the same thing like when you go order something in a restaurant, you can tell they're not offering you service with intention. They never made eye contact with you. They're somewhere else. They kind of just slide the cup over. The lid's not on all the way. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, whereas if you were serving with intention, you'd be like, hi, how are you? Oh, your kids look, where are you and the kids coming from? Did you want cream in this? You know what I mean? Like they're serving you with, and a lot of times I'm working out and I'm just like, I'm in my head or I'm watching something. Or, I'm actually doing something else while I work out.
I like that the best of all the theories we've posited here. I'm going with intention because that is the thing that kind of ruins, quote unquote, the effort to do the hard work is usually some variation of distraction or misplacing your attention.
And when you're learning something new, you have to do it with intention. You're learning how to ride a bike. You ain't learning how to ride a bike unless you got intention. When you're 7 years old or 5. Or if you're doing that ball game that I'm playing, even I have to be like, holy fuck, can I do what I'm asking them to do? Like I'm trying to learn new shit.
100%. No, I like that. Are you doing it with intention is a way better metric than are you working hard or was this hard work? Because with intention, that can be defined. You know whether or not that's true. Like you do. Like it may be hard to admit to yourself, but you know if you were intentional about what it is that you're doing. I don't know if I worked hard. I like to think I work hard at Wodify. What does that mean? I don't know. But
I work my ass off in the gym. Sometimes I work so fucking hard, but with zero intention.
Right, and I would
But I
positively
can't
guess
even
that.
fucking walk out of there.
Yeah, and then in some cases, but in a weird way, the intention might have been a little different there, right? Like maybe you had other shit going on.
Yeah.
So like your intention was to get away from the shit.
Yeah.
And you're immersing yourself in this torturous workout in order to escape from that shit, which we all do. That's pretty much why everybody gets into fitness at some point. I think it's kind of a trauma dump of some form or fashion, right?
I'm writing that down. Trauma dump. Instead of working out, I trauma dump.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Dude,
because of your dad's
bodybuilder.
Expectations that you couldn't fulfill.
That son of a bitch. That son of a bitch.
When you first started at Wodify and you did customer success, I think what is that? I was trying to understand what that is. Like, iPhone updates their phone, every fucking month, and they're like, we have 72 new offerings, and I haven't changed how I use my iPhone since the iPhone 1. I don't know any of the options. Like, is customer success meaning Wodify has all of these features, and there's people who are so busy that they're really just like, okay, take credit card, put in, and then go back to Wodify on April 1st every year and get the spit out to give to my tax guy, and they're just using the bare minimum, and you're trying to teach them all the other things it can do. Is that what customer success is?
That's exactly right. Yeah, it's multifaceted. So part of it is your typical customer support. Hey, how the hell do I do this thing? That's probably 50% of what they do. But the other 50% is we actually track like adoption scores. So we can tell, CrossFit Sevon, oh, you're only using 25% of Wodify. And then it's their job to say, hey, are you aware that it does X, Y, or Z? Do you have any pain points right now that this would solve? And, Wodify is kind of gravitating towards becoming a full platform, which means it does a lot. Even in a sales context, like there's no way on a sales demo I could actually run through all of our features because it's too much. We could be here all day. It's like, what do you give a shit about? What actually moves the needle for you? Are we in agreement that it solves your problems? Do we have the stuff that you truly need? Okay, seems like it might be a good fit for you, but it's hard. It's definitely a difficult task to make sure that your user base is educated about your capabilities. It's hard.
Is there a running number of how many editing software is the same way? Like Adobe Premiere, there's like thousands of things you can do, and then there's everything you can do 3 different ways.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can use a keystroke. You can use the drop-down menu. There's just all these crazy shit. You can put a black slug in doing this or doing this or doing this or doing. Do you know how many features Wodify has? Does anyone keep account of that?
Oh yeah, we definitely have. I don't know it off the top of my head, but we have dashboards with quite literally every feature and what percentage of our user base is utilizing it. Wow. So we can go in and say like, hey, SMS, how many people? Shout out Hillerfit. Thank you, sir. How many people are using SMS text messaging? We can see it's 48%. Let's try to get that up to 60% this year, and maybe we'll do an education campaign around that particular feature. So yeah, we have that data for sure.
You guys have a tech, but that was from Andrew. A new app is sweet. New Wodify app is sweet. Only idiots don't like Wodify. You have a feature on there where you can send it. I love that. I love getting text messages from people I want to hear from like, you know what I mean? Like 100%. I'm using Robinhood now. And they don't send text, but they send notifications.
Yeah, man.
And I love that shit.
Text message is the way to go. I think it's I worked for a guy in real estate who has become just a titan of the space. He owns quite literally every Keller Williams branch in the entire greater Philadelphia area. So wow. This dude's probably doing like all of his brokerages combined are probably doing well over $1 billion in sales every year. Now they're getting a small trickle of that, but still it's a lot. It's a lot of revenue coming into that place. And there's 2 things that his name was Gaurav. So shout out Gaurav if he comes across. I don't think he's a fitness guy.
What is he? What ethnicity is he? What's a Gaurav?
He's from India.
India, okay.
I believe the correct pronunciation is Gaurav, but he kind of Americanized it a little bit. But awesome dude. I didn't end up liking real estate, but it wasn't due to him. And you want to talk about hard work, like whatever my definition of hard work is, he met it. That dude was an absolute
I know one guy that works hard. Everyone else, shut the fuck up.
Oh man, he was like, I would text him at 2:30 a.m. and immediate replies. And this guy, like, I'm working on like rental deals that he makes like $20 off of.
Yeah.
And he's probably making 10 million plus a year in take home. But still, that just, you can argue whether or not that's healthy, but regardless, he was there. But there's two things I learned from him. Number one, I literally call it the Gaurav method. We use it on our sales team. If somebody's ghosting you, every morning at 8 a.m. local time, call, text, email. Every morning. By the third or fourth day, you'll get a hold of them.
Oh, call, text, and email.
Yep. Every morning at 8 a.m. And at some point, usually 3 or 4 days in, they will break their silence. You could use this in your personal life too. This is not just like a sales tactic.
Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me?
It's what
would he do? What would he text them? Like, hey, there's a new, like, how would he use text message? Well, let's use Wodify. How would a gym owner use text messaging in Wodify? Like, hey, just so you guys know, we told you we were going to be closed on Christmas, but we're actually going to be open at 7 a.m. for anyone who wants to work out.
But I would actually say leads. Text your leads.
Okay.
And because that's actually the second perfect segue. That's the second thing I learned from him is that he always talked about text messaging. He goes, nobody picks up a phone call anymore. Nobody looks at their email. The text message is the perfect middle ground because it's enough where it stands out. Email doesn't stand out. Most people don't even have email notifications turned on. It just goes to this pile of emails that they might check once a week.
I have that pile.
Same. It's embarrassing how big that pile is sometimes.
Yeah.
The second thing is a phone call. Everyone has these call blockers. iOS basically has all these screening tools now. Really hard to get someone to pick up.
Never pick up unless you're in my contacts. Never, ever. I never pick up unless you're in my contact. And
nor should you, frankly.
Yeah.
And but the final thing is text messages, that perfect middle ground. They will be notified. They're going to get that. They're going to be aware that you message them, but it's also not intrusive enough. Like like a phone call where they're having to stop what they're doing. So SMS is the way to go, especially for leads. So that's, I'd say, is the number one use case, in my opinion, for texting and any sort of business context is leads.
Another thing, if I see a link in a text, I don't even read it. So if I click on a text and there's a link in there, I immediately go to another text.
Interesting. Because you think it's spammy.
Yeah, just
100%.
like we have a free iPhone for you, or Amazon. Someone's hacked your Amazon account. Click this link. This
The
is
liquor
Donald
store
Trump.
has a discount.
This is Donald Trump. I want to invite you to the White House. Here's the link. Dude, I just, soon as I see a link.
You ever see the guys who respond to them?
No, like for comedy's sake.
Oh yeah, there's a guy who did a TED Talk where for a year he just replied to every spam message.
Yeah,
it's fucking great, man. It's crazy how fast their facade dissolves. Like it'd be like, oh, my name's Prince such and such from whatever country. You're my long lost cousin, and you're entitled to a fortune, but I need $1,000 in Bitcoin in order to lock this in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd reply like, oh, dude, cousin, where have you been my whole life? Like, I miss you, bro. Like, can we meet? Like, here's a picture of me and my family. It's not a picture of him and his family. He's fucking with him. And then he'll be like, nice picture. Please send money. Like immediately, like just no more facade. And then just reinforcing time and time again. Money now. When is money coming? Have you sent money? Like it's that initial message it's one layer deep when you go with these spam guys.
Cory, someone gave we have a live call-in number, and someone signed me up for some insurance, something or another.
Oh boy.
So for like 2 weeks, this phone was ringing nonstop and interrupting the show. And then finally I just did 2 shows where I just answered it every time and talked to him. It's probably 2 of my best shows. It was so funny. It was crazy. And you know what it was is they thought the way this bot worked is it called this call center and me at the same time. And so the call center thought I was calling them, and I thought they were calling me, but it was just a way to force connect us. Like we used to do as kids when you could, we used to do that as little kids when you could with a party line, you call a pizza place and then you call someone you don't like, and then you force them to like talk to each other, and you're like,
oh man, the phony phone calls, man, like that is one thing that unfortunately has been lost. Like
Yes.
that was a good societal
Those are
thing.
great.
You know, like I'm a Howard Stern guy. I grew up
Yep.
listening to Howard Stern, and the phone calls were just top notch. Is he still on, by the way? Is Howard still doing it?
I think
I don't know. He freaked out during COVID. He completely lost his shit and went off the deep. I stopped listening to him. He went off the deep end. He completely freaked out.
He's in like a bunker now and
Yes.
does like one show a week.
Yes. The Bay Show with Jake Chapman on the 7 podcast. I worked for Coca-Cola from 2007 to 2011. Their CRM, what's CRM?
Customer relationship management.
And sales tactics are starting to reach our industry. We are moving for the CRM and sales tactics are starting to reach our industry. We are moving forward. Oh, meaning they fired you? I don't know what you're saying there, Jake. Sorry.
I think he means that the fitness industry CRMs are catching up to other more established industries.
Oh, okay.
Which I will take as a compliment. So thank you, Base Show. Thank you.
And then where did you pivot to after customer success? What are you in now?
Sales. So I was on our sales team for about 3 years, up until I still technically am on our sales team. Like they're who I huddle up with, and those are the guys who I have all my weekly meetings with, and my managers, the team lead. Shout out John. I think you guys interviewed him. But I report to John as I always have, but now I just kind of do a little bit less sales and dialed up the amount of time I have available for some of the long form stuff. And so I do all of our events. So I go to all of our events and kind of like the boots on the ground guy for events. So booth setup, booth breakdown, handling the shipping, all that type of stuff, logistics basically. And then I also do like the long form content with the podcast and still do some sales as well. So I'd say about 60% of my time is in sales and 40% is a mishmash of all the other stuff.
And tell me what does being in sales look like?
Just doing demos on Zoom. That's how we do it, because we sell everywhere. Like we don't do any sort of territories. It's not like I'm just the Southwest salesperson.
If they speak English, you'll sell to them.
Pretty much, man. And even sometimes if they don't, which is interesting. I've done that. I have gone through a full sales cycle with a non-English speaker, just used Google Translate the whole time. I don't know why they purchased Wodify, because we don't translate the software into any other languages, but it's one thing that always impresses me is like abroad, just the ability to understand multiple languages, where that's one thing here in the States I don't think we do so well. We barely speak one language, let alone some of these guys who speak 4.
Learn English, dog. Just learn English. Everybody just learn English.
Very
I'm trying, Caleb. I'm trying,
and what's it look like? What's the number one thing that you can say to someone, or the things you say to someone who's running either a jiu-jitsu studio or a boutique gym that gets them to be like, oh yeah, I need Wodify?
I think all of sales comes down to solving pain.
Okay.
And to say that, and to that extent, if there's not enough pain, then there's no sale. You know, like we'll still demo somebody. Like we're not going to kick anybody off a call, but I know pretty fast, just like I did when I sold personal training, just like I did when I sold houses. If there's not a clear solve to a pain point, then there's no urgency. And every deal, every sale, there's got to be a baseline level of urgency present for anything to actually happen. And that's the main thing is does our product or system solve the pain point you currently have? Like if they jump on a call and they're like, yeah, I use X software and it's great. Actually, I really like it. I don't really have a lot of pain points. I'm just seeing what else is out there. It's quite literally the metaphorical tire kicker at a car dealership. Like this is just somebody who wants to see what's out there. Maybe they just, they're bored, frankly, is pretty common.
Yeah.
But if there's not pain being solved, then there's probably not a deal to be had.
Let me give you in my life. In my life, the big thing for me around what I do with the podcast and just my life in general is I know I'm leaving tons of deductions on the table. Like every year, I'm like, fuck, like, am I using the right credit card? Like now my kid has started a vlog and we're filming every jiu-jitsu tournament. Like what's a deduction? Oh shit, I just spent $200 on more camera gear here and I put it on this. And I suck at tracking all of that. And I'm sure I'm paying way too much in taxes every single year. For gym owners, what's the biggest pain point that you alleviate for them? Like for me, and so I'm projecting obviously, but I'm always thinking, God, as a gym owner, taxes, you must want something to help you do your taxes at the end of every year.
Yeah,
What is it for gym owners?
I'll give you
know?
the 10,000-foot view and then the zoomed in view.
Okay.
The 10,000-foot view is time. To really break down software, it's just designed to save you time. Because theoretically, you
make
can
you more efficient so you can work hard somewhere else.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Because theoretically, there's nothing you can't do on pen and paper. Like if we're really going to break this down to brass tacks, like you can do all of this stuff on pen. Maybe not bill someone automatically. You can't really do that. But technically, you could write it down on a piece of paper, take it to the bank, and know what they have to pay, et cetera, et cetera. Time is the ultimate savings of software. Like that's what software does, is it saves you time, makes your life easier. So number one, that's usually the general trend is I'm a gym owner. I have to coach. I have to clean. I have to set schedules. I have to run payroll. I have to do everything. And at the end of the day, I just want something to save me time. So,
and I guess the crown jewel would be if you're saving yourself time and your customer time. So like automatic billing, or they're not going to go to your website to see your new hours. Wodify can text your new hours to them, shit like that. That would be like the crown jewel. You're saving people time on both ends.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
And then if we zoom in, I think right now, the main problem, the main thing gym owners are presenting with on sales calls is growth. They want to grow. They want to increase their revenue. They want to increase their membership base. And my hot take in that regard is that I actually think it's not a lead problem. I think it is a sales process problem. A lot of gym owners, and many do. So I'm not painting with too broad of a brushstroke here. Like many have the great ones already do, and they're doing this at a high level, but maybe specifically more targeting that gym who's less than 100 members and growth is top of mind. You got to have a defined sales process. Like if I point to a lead and you should be able to tell me, where are they in my sales process? Are they pre-trial? Are they post-trial? Like what is the appropriate communication they should be receiving? You know, we don't want to be sending them general stuff if they already did their trial. They're interested. They think your product, in this case, your gym membership, might solve a problem they have. So if they've already done the trial, you should be following up with them in a totally different tone than you would have pre-trial. And unfortunately, a lot of the gyms in that space, the sub 100 members, they don't have anything like that. It's really just, I get leads and, I might have like an Apple Note or a reminder for myself to call them back, but there's no formalized process. So I would say right now, that's what I'm hearing a lot on demo calls is I'm stuck in this middle zone, 80 members, 60 members. I want to get over 100. How do I do it? And, we've invested quite a lot of time, energy, and resources into building out the sales tools in Wodify. So it's a pretty good solution for that problem. But more specific than saving them time, I'd say growth and lead management and sales process management is the more specific thing that they're looking for solves.
And so getting the lead and then bringing them down the funnel, which gets them to actually participate in the gym, meaning show up and pay their dues.
100%. Yeah. I mean, there was a stat. We recently interviewed Chris Cooper on our show, and they did the State of the Industry. Love Chris. Shout out. Yeah. Awesome dude. Insane stat. 15% of gyms last year never contacted their leads in any way, shape, or form.
Give me an example of what a lead is.
So Sevon CrossFit. Hey, I'm Cory. I just moved to California. I'm interested in coming in. I fill out a form saying like, here's my information. Reach out to me. I'm interested. And they never do anything. Nothing.
Wow.
15%
of gyms don't respond to any leads.
Nope.
That's just like a quick email, right? You just say, hey, glad you're interested.
100%. I mean, literally, this is someone saying, I am interested in giving you money. Essentially is what it is. And 15%. And now, again, that means 85% are. And, God bless the 85%. Like that, those people are doing it right. But my theory is if 15% aren't doing it at all, what's the amount of people who only did it once? What's the amount of people who only did it twice? Right? Like if you actually broaden that out, what if 75% of gyms are only contacting them 2 times or less? I mean, just to give you guys an idea, I mean, we have to contact people who are interested in signing up for Wodify. I mean, sometimes dozens of times. Right. Spread out over not
Right.
everybody's looking to make a decision
You're
right
you're
now.
a gym owner and a coach, and you work 50 hours a week. You
Busy,
may put
man.
out a feeler one time while you're stuck at a red light. You might sign up for some Wodify, and then you're what do they call it? You're a one-legged man in an ass kicking contest. like people are busy, so you have to make those entry points into Wodify easy.
100%. And I mean, that's something we like, even internally, like we track these same metrics, man. Business is business. Like we track how fast we get back to leads.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy. Like that's what worries me in terms of like gym management right now, just generally, is I just don't think the sales process for some of the smaller gyms, like you go to these big boys, man, they're the example of how to do it right. Like you go to these multi-location gyms, I mean, you get 4 text messages within 30 minutes of signing up for a free trial. Like they're on you. They have people whose job it is just to reach out to you via phone call. And, as a result, they're killing it. Right. So I would just love to see some of these medium and smaller size gyms employ those same tactics earlier on in their journey. Because that's another thing we talk about. Like we have different tiers of Wodify that cost different amounts of money. If you want the base package, it's going to be cheaper than if you want the, Luxor package that does everything. And we will tell them, hey, gyms that use the smallest package, they average this amount of revenue. Maybe it's $7,000 a month or less. The gyms who use the middle package are like $17K or less. And then the gyms who use the top package, it's over $20K. So you should base your decision not off of where you're at now, but where you want to be.
Right.
And I think that's where a lot of these gyms are stuck, is like, well, I can't invest. And it doesn't even have to be paying Wodify. It could be paying whatever you need to do to increase your leads or increase your capability of following up with your leads, like whatever it is, invest before. That's how it works. It's not I grow and then I need these tools. I get the tools to help me to grow.
Yeah, that's very Chris Two Brain business like too. Like if you start with Two Brain day one from opening your gym, you might save 2 years.
100%.
As opposed to waiting 2 years and then now you'll lose 4 years because it takes you're 2 years behind the curve already, and now you need 2 years to catch up to where you would have been.
100%. It's competitive, man. Like everything in our economy right now is super competitive. I mean, even in the software space, it's super competitive. I mean, how many gyms do I get on with? And they're like, yeah, we're opening up a functional fitness gym. Maybe it's CrossFit, maybe it's not, but that's sort of the spirit of what they're doing. They're like, we got somebody 2 miles down the road. We're going to be competing head to head against them. It's tough, man. And you got to stand out. And sometimes just having a really good sales process and onboarding process, that could be the way to do it, especially as a smaller gym, because the big gym, by definition, you're going to feel a little bit more like a grain of sand on the beach there as an incoming customer, even if they have a great sales process, whereas if you have 80 members, everybody who comes in, and that's a significant addition to your community.
Yeah.
So you have an opportunity to make them feel a part of something. And typically you do that with your sales and onboarding process. So
let me ask you this, coming from the greatest chief marketing officer who ever lived, myself, the one code I never cracked while working at CrossFit, I was able to push seminar sales to record highs, affiliations to record highs. It was no problem selling out the games in 11 minutes. Not a problem. I was absolutely fucking amazing with no peer anywhere. Thank you, David. Very humble of me. I know it's just the truth. It's just the facts. The one code I never cracked was retention. Retention was a motherfucker.
Yep.
Retention does Wodify have tools to help with customer retention? And then also a follow-up, the big question is, are there lessons there that HQ can use?
So the short answer to the Wodify question is absolutely. We actually we had a marketing campaign a couple of years ago where we literally called ourselves, we're not a CRM, we're a CRP, which stands for Customer Retention Platform.
Okay.
So we don't currently use that tagline anymore, but it was true. I mean, we have, number one, Wodify was really the first to have that integrated performance tracking. This is going back a decade plus, which initially, what did the performance tracking do? It led to better retention. Because now when they're coming to the gym, they're like, oh, I can easily see the progress that I've been making in my workouts. That's
so performance tracking of the clients. They can see their, okay.
Right. Yeah. Here's my 1RM over time. If it's up and to the right, they're probably less likely to cancel. right? Because that's quite literally a visual representation of the progress they've made. That's going to be addicting. We also have this.
Right. You see, right.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. That's how it is with my Robinhood app. It's addicting to watch the ups and
100%.
downs.
Not
Yes.
right now, though. Not right now, though. It's very sad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's and then in addition to that, just to get where we get into the stuff that's beyond my understanding, but we actually wrote essentially a AI algorithm that we utilize. It's called Retain. And what it does is it's scanning your list of customers and is looking for negative trends that we have seen in the aggregate data suggest that they're more likely to cancel in the short or medium term.
Oh, wow. This is some Minority Report shit.
It's some Tom Cruise shit. Yeah.
Wow. I really like this. Okay.
So, hey, has Sevon not come in the past 3 weeks? And by the way, it's predictive. That's different than trying to just tell you what already happened.
Right.
Like, it's not useful for us to be like, this dude hasn't shown up in 2 months. Dude, he's gone.
Cory's going to kill someone. We saw what he bought at Home Depot. 87% chance he's going to kill someone.
There you go.
So it's what's tracking their behavior based on the aggregate of all the people on Wodify worldwide and being like, this dude has a 62% chance in the next month of getting rid of his membership based on other people's behaviors.
100%. Right.
Wow. That's amazing.
And what's interesting is I listened to Brendan talk about this once, and he mentioned
Who's Brendan? Who's Brendan?
He's our CEO.
Oh, okay.
Great guy. Shout out, Brendan. But what's interesting is that it's actually not just not showing up. It's uneven attendance. So it's coming once 1 week, 3 times the next, none the following.
Someone fighting to get in there, but they just
right. They're just white knuckling it.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're just very variable in their attendance patterns. That's someone that is, again, predictive. This person's grappling with something. Maybe their life is just crazy right now, which, by the way, it still makes for a good touch point. Hey, what's been going on? I see that you've been a little uneven. Is there anything I can do to accommodate your schedule a little better? But also, they might just be thinking about canceling, in which case have the conversation now where you have levers to pull before they take all the power in the negotiation by saying, hey, I want to cancel. It's too late. Once that person has that sort of infection in their brain of I want to cancel, it's really hard to talk them off that ledge.
Yeah. This is way off topic, but I have a buddy who is a monastic monk. So like a monk that they can't do anything. They can't ever ask for food. They can only eat up until noon every day, and they have to walk around and do alms in whatever city they're in. They go through long periods with no talking. And he's been doing it for 12 years. He was a CrossFitter, Fitness Lonnie. I don't know if you know the name from way back in the day. He used to have all sorts of funny videos out and stuff. But he told me that one time, one of the head monks said, if it enters your brain that you want to, even once, that you don't want to do this anymore, you're out. You'll be out. Like it's something that just it just starts feeding.
It does, man. It does. I even when I was in the commercial gym space selling personal training, I always used to say that people love to cancel personal training. They love it. They just love it. It's the first thing to go, man.
Right.
It's the first thing to go. Like the going gets tough. They're like, fitness? Get the hell out of here. I got to pay my bills, bro. Like it's always the first thing to go. It's such a luxury expense. It's not really. Like we all know, like there's no better money you can spend. But when they're sitting there looking at their, Quicken or whatever the hell they use to manage their finances, it stands out like a sore thumb. Spend $200 a month at this gym that I only go to, 4 times a month. It's hard to combat that. It really is. But I'm envious of your friend, man. I've always been sort of enthralled with I really like self-restriction for some reason. Like I've always been. I was a teetotaler for 8 years.
What's a teetotaler?
No substance use of any kind, no state alteration of any kind. So I didn't even drink coffee. So no alcohol, no weed, no coffee, no nothing, just food and water for 8 years. And
that's cool.
It was interesting, man. It's I'm not a huge David Goggins guy, but his message kind of got a little tired on me. But I will tell you, I love this one video he did where he talked about why he doesn't drink coffee. It actually kind of changed my outlook on it. And
I need to listen to that.
Well, he talks about, he's like, if I'm tired, I want to know.
Oh,
I don't want to
interesting.
mask that. Like, I want accurate feedback from the world. If I'm tired, I want to know. Right. Like, or if I go to a bar, like, I'm pretty extroverted, but when I was young, I definitely was a little socially anxious. So I would go out and I would drink because I was nervous. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't want to go get rejected by that girl or this, for this guy to beat me in beer pong and whatever the case, And, it's hard to go be social and have fun. You got to take a lot of risks, right? Like, to be sober as a bird and just go out there and have a great time. Like, that's a motherfucker, man. That's somebody who's very comfortable in their own skin. And that's kind of what led to it. Is I just wanted accurate feedback from the world. Like, I want to know that I have that social anxiety. I don't want to mask it with alcohol, because like, how else am I supposed to develop thyself, right? Other than getting that accurate feedback from being in these uncomfortable positions and having to grapple with it without leaning on a crutch. But I've always been interested in that sort of monastic lifestyle as a result.
I feel that I feel that way about objects in the house. I don't like putting an object in a closet because I don't want to see it, or something in a drawer. It's like, there's just shit you have around your house that doesn't have a place.
Right.
I want to be like, hey, I'm going to look at it until I'm like, fuck you, you're out. I hate the thought of having a storage. When people tell me they have storage containers, I want to fucking lose my mind. It gives me so much fucking anxiety. I want to be like, dude, get rid of that record collection. I just hate shit. And I just like don't want like a closet where there's like a tent in there I haven't used in 5 years.
I'll tell you a quick story.
You know what I mean? It's the same. It's a cousin to what you're saying. Like, no.
You're gonna love this.
I want to see what a fucking jackass I am for having that book for 12 years and never opening it.
See the dust on it. I used to do stand up a long time ago, and one of the dumbest jokes I ever had was that dust is the thing that gives me the most. It just zaps the energy from my body and depresses me, because at least I'd like to be able to say, well, if I don't use this thing, at least it won't get dirty. But you can't.
Wow. Yeah.
It's a fucking dust.
Wow. Well, yeah.
It's a stupid joke. It's very Mitch Hedberg, but that got like half a giggle one time.
I have friends who will buy a camera lens. Not so much now, but back in the day, they would buy camera gear, and then I'd be like, "Hey, let's go out to this field and shoot blah 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 birds." And they're like, "Oh, I don't want to damage my lens," and I would be like,
"Why do you have it?"
Yeah, what the fuck?
I
have clothes like that. Like, my favorite shirt I'll only wear like once a year because I don't want to wash it and like fucking it get fucked up and get old. And I'm like, what am I doing?
Jerseys. I do that with jerseys. I have
what am I doing?
I'm an Eagles fan, but I have this, like, in college I used to love remember this guy who played for the Tampa Bay Bucks? His name was Mike Allstott. He was like this fullback.
Yeah. I remember him.
The big cowboy collar. I loved that guy. So I have a throwback. Look him up. He's hilarious.
Okay.
He's but I have like a throwback Tampa Bay Bucks jersey of his, and I've worn it like twice.
And you love it.
There he is, Mike Allstott.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, he was like John Riggins. He's kind of like the second coming of John Riggins
from the Washington Redskins.
Yep.
Wow, how old are you? You're not old enough to know John Riggins.
I'm 34, but I was a sports fanatic as a kid.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm very familiar. Doug Williams, John Riggins, Art Monk, that whole 1980s Redskins team. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, I stopped watching football right after I was a Plunkett, Marcus Allen, Joe Montana, Steve Young, and then I stopped watching football. I just started again last year. I'm following the Chicago Bears. It's really interesting after taking 30 years off from football.
I'm going to wager a guess that you liked the old version of the game better, though. Like this modern version, man, I don't know. Like maybe
the Bears are crazy, though. They do crazy shit now. Not like
they do. And
the fact that you can watch the whole game in 16 minutes, then a couple hours after it's been on, is pretty amazing. But I was watching this week's highlights against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the plays that they do are crazy. It reminds me of kind of the Raiders. The Raiders used to do. Now in modern football, the Hail Mary is like what you do when you're desperate, I guess. The Raiders, it was just like one of their plays.
It was like second down.
Yeah. It was just like, Hail Mary, Plunkett's back. It's like, holy shit.
Great quarterback name. Are you kidding me? Jim Plunkett? Like, get out of here. That's so perfect. That's so perfect.
What's the craziest Philly story you have? I've only been to Philadelphia like 3 times, and every time I've been there, something fucking nuts happens. I consider it the biggest shithole on planet Earth. Like worse than like Jakarta. Philly is crazy. Have you just seen the craziest shit there?
I've definitely seen some shit, but I'll give you, this is you as a Howard Stern fan, you'll appreciate this. So when I worked in the commercial gym space, we had our own version of the Whack Pack that would come into the gym, like just these absolute characters who would come in. And my favorite is this dude. I don't even know if I could say his name. Is it cool? Like, you guys know better than me. Like, he has a website. He is a public figure. But anyways, his name was Pete. We'll call him Pete to start. And Pete presented like he was some sort of like congressman, lawyer type of guy. Like he's a legend amongst it's so I haven't talked about Pete in forever, but the truth about Pete is that he was a homeless guy. He was totally just a fake it till you make it type of guy. And he was just this incredible. So he did wrestling tournaments, like amateur wrestling.
Like fake wrestling, like WWE, or like real?
No, like singlet.
He fought. Oh,
and
wow.
Pins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had no wrestling experience. He was like a 68-year-old man. He looks like the doctor from Back to the Future.
Sounds like a fetish, sexual fetish. No wrestling experience, put on a singlet and roll around with randos.
I think it might have been, but like he would just go on these stories. Like he had this guy, like I don't know how he was able to make so much of himself. Like he has a website. He's an official constable of the state of Pennsylvania, which apparently anybody can be a constable. Like if you want to be a constable next week, you could just like fill out some papers and all of a sudden you're the honorable savant. Like that's just how it works. But man, he did this wrestling tournament one time and he flew out. How he got a plane ticket, I don't know. But he had this like little miniature like going away party at the gym that nobody approved. But he just set up like a little picnic table, had like chips and soda, and it was like "Good luck, Pete," and he made the sign himself.
Wow.
And it was just this incredible cast of characters, of which he was the king of the cast of characters. But when I think Philly, man, I just think of these absolute wild folks who used to come into the commercial gym, because the commercial gym, you get all sorts of people. Like I think CrossFit probably curates a little better.
Yeah.
You know, have to have some means to afford a CrossFit membership. You know, generally you've put some
not
research.
Having showers keeps away a lot of the weirdos too. Cause I lived homeless for years and I had always kept a gym membership, and the scene was crazy.
Man.
The shower scene was crazy.
There was this one dude, his name was Ed. He would come into the gym every morning at 5 a.m., never touched a machine, never touched a dumbbell or a barbell. He would just shit, shower, shave. And he claims that he saved enough money on his water bill to pay for the gym membership every month.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So Philly for me is defined by my time in that gym, man. There's just so many ridiculous. Like there was one time where the sewer pipe burst in the middle of the day, and we just put garbage cans to collect the sewage. And I was like doing a personal training orientation right next to it.
Oh my God.
Trying to get somebody to pay us like $700 a month. I was like, oh yeah, that's just a sink upstairs. No worry. It was not a sink.
The hepatitis is free.
Yeah.
I one time was in San Francisco and I needed to shower, and I went to a Gold's there to shower, and I walked in and I just fucking walked out. It was the fucking crazy. I quickly realized there were no women in the gym. It was the craziest scene ever. I was like, holy shit. And in a lot of gyms, I would also see just like the fancy gyms, I'd see the weirdest shit going on in saunas. Like if they had a sauna, the dudes hanging around there, like the guy's like been naked. You get there, and then an hour later you come back and the dude's still naked in the fucking locker room. An hour later, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Just a bathhouse at this point.
Yeah.
It really fails to be a commercial gym. It's you're right about Philly though, man. It's an interesting place. I don't know. You've probably seen Kensington on YouTube, right?
Yes.
It's what's weird about Kensington though is it's not dangerous. It's just sad.
Yeah. It didn't look dangerous unless you were walking around barefoot.
Funny story about that. I had a friend who, he was not a missionary, but he had friends who were there on mission, and they were in Kensington, just, working with the poor, the homeless. And they had a younger daughter, and the younger daughter stepped on a needle in the park. and was HIV positive as a result of stepping on the needle.
Man.
So you're very right about that. Like, you need to wear like steel toes up there.
You know what's interesting about that when you know about those scenes, and I've seen those scenes all over the country. People always talk about a 2-tier justice system, and they don't really realize that at the bottom there really is a 2-tier justice system, and it's not the way people think. People are always thinking that like the rich people or certain demographics get the benefit. Like a place like Kensington, if you got caught, let's say in Danville, California, doing what 90% of the people on the streets in Kensington would do, you're going to jail for 10 years.
Right.
And in Kensington, it's just right out in the open. People just shooting heroin, just doing whatever. It's weird when you see places like that. It's weird, like when I spent a lot of times on the streets, and like, in high school, if you get caught drinking, or in college, you get caught drinking with an open container, you get a ticket and you're fucking do 16 weeks in a fucking alcohol program that ruins every one of your Saturdays. Whereas when you're just fucking on the streets of Oakland or Berkeley, it's like your cops are just hanging out with the guys drinking on the streets.
It's an odd scene, man.
Yeah, the country is a trip. The country is a trip.
You're right, though. Just even like just a regional thing, right? Like Philadelphia, it's just been accustomed to it for years. I mean, Philly's been a crime-ridden place for a very, very long time, and Philly's hilarious, man. Nobody gives a fuck in Philly. Like, even the bus drivers, like, you better get the fuck out of their way. Like, if you're in the bus route, like, they will clip you. There is absolutely no doubt about it, because that dude's been driving a SEPTA Philly bus for 25 years. He has been seeing some shit for all 25 of those years. There's nothing you can do to intimidate him. He will run your ass over because he's got to get home, and he wants his Wawa hoagie before they close. Like, that's what he's doing.
I saw a video yesterday. It was in Toronto, and a guy was riding the public transportation there, and he was sitting in the back, and he lit his own shirt on fire. And he's watching the shirt burn on him. And did you ever ride public transportation as a kid? Did you ever ride the bus, like to school and shit?
I'm from a pretty rural area growing up, but I lived in Philly and DC, where I did public transportation all the time. Yeah.
There's always some fucking weirdo on public transportation. There's always someone on the bus who's doing something that's like, man, maybe like washing his clothes in the back in a bucket, or you know what I mean? Or like talking to himself, or late, like the whole bus is packed and there's a guy passed out in the back taking 6 seats. And I was thinking recently, I'm like, man, if they make public, at least that person had to pay $1 to get on. I was thinking about what's going to happen in New York when they make public transportation free. It's going to become just like, if I was homeless and they made public transportation free, I'd get right on that fucker. Free Wi-Fi, place to sleep.
Yeah, it's an attractive proposition for somebody in that spot for sure. I mean, I'll say this: it's funny about Austin, but Austin has no public transportation. They don't even have bus cutouts, because they never expected the city. So like, if you're behind the bus, you're just fucked. It's going to stop because there's no pull off. Like, it's just, they stop in the middle of the street, let people get on for 30 seconds, put the gas lift back on, and off they go. So you're making every stop if you get behind that bus. So it's public transportation, very hit or miss. Very hit or miss.
Sevon, do you know this term, John? Chiefly in Eastern Pennsylvania. Do you know it?
I do. Yeah. Very familiar.
Used to refer to a thing or place or person or event that one need not or cannot give a specific name to. Wow. It's like if you just, like the first time you see someone on Trank, you're like, John, you're like, there's a John.
John is it's everything. It's truly everything. It could also be a verb. It's become to be used as a verb as well, because you could like John the John. Definitely a thing you could do. It's one of the best ads I saw. You know that Morgan and Morgan law firm that advertises everywhere?
I don't.
It's that personal injury. He's everywhere. Like, he has ads in LA to Philly, but he advertised as, his name's John Morgan. It's John, Jawn Morgan.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I was like, that's good. That's very good.
Oh, and he did that on purpose?
He did. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's
these guys.
Awesome.
I'm sure they're just like a referral firm. There's no way they actually have offices in like 30 cities.
Look at their reviews, 4.6.
I'm surprised there's not more.
Did you guys just launch an app at Wodify?
A new app?
Called it a new app, yeah.
No, we've made some significant changes to the existing app. So back in the day, Wodify used to have a whole different host of applications. So there would be like a staff app, there would be a member app. What's happened over the years is that it's been consolidated down into a single application. So whether you're a coach, a manager, an owner, an athlete, you are just going to download the Wodify app, and every single thing that you need is going to be
nice.
There are some things like I wouldn't, you don't want to be doing like advanced reporting and dashboards in the mobile app. It's just not really for that. That's something that's best done on a desktop. But we're at a point where you can probably do, 70% of tools are available in the mobile application. And consolidation is big for us too. We just want to get everything boiled down into one, just to make it as straightforward as possible and just increase the actual, user adoption rate. Because that's pretty common, man. Half of our customers are coming to us from a different system. And a very common refrain is, I pay all this money for this application. My members don't even use the damn thing. So that's been the code we tried to crack and seem to have done a good job of, is like, how do we actually get members to use this damn thing? And the answer is communication tools, performance tracking, all happening in the same place. Because if it's just booking and scheduling, that's just too boring. They're not going to use it.
Well, great show. We talked about bench press.
Yeah.
The highlight of the show for me was you showing me that the Wodify logo is also a guy doing burpees. I'm a huge fan of the burpee. Always the go-to when I don't know what the fuck to do.
Love it.
And what a great service you're offering to gyms. Thanks for coming on and just sharing the whole breadth and depth and of what is Wodify and who works there, and Matchulat. Cory Matchulat. Thanks for coming on, dude, and congratulations on the podcast. I'm definitely going to subscribe.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Nice to meet you, Savan. Nice to meet you, Caleb. Thanks for having me, man. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, you work with some great people. I've really enjoyed chatting with all you guys.
We do. Very fortunate. It's an awesome team we have. But thanks so much, guys. Awesome joining this morning.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
See you, Cory.
Cory Matchulat.
Matchulat?
I'm always scared to say it like I'm going to say it wrong. All right. Thank you, Cory. Who do you read? With the Kill
He's got a radio voice.
Yeah, he's got a great voice. And quite the conversationalist.
Yeah, he's good. Good talker. Talks good. Says words good.
I was a little nervous for him because I don't like to go on other podcasts.
Well, I mean,
I don't like people asking me
for a long time.
I don't like people asking me questions at all.
So, what's it like being Savan Matosian, huh? Crazy.
I've doubled my Instagram following since I posted that upside down handstand walk of Danny Spiegel.
Wow. Doubled now, huh?
I think so. It's crazy.
People just think that that's what you post on on your page.
I don't know, but I think I think that post has like over 10 million views, and like normally I get like 1,000 views or 100 views, or I don't even know. I've never even looked. I don't even know what my normal views are, but I just know that something weird was happening to my Instagram account, and I was like, "What the?" I was like, "What the fuck is going on with my account?"
Yeah, that's amazing, dude.
CrossFat said something interesting up here. I wanted to pull it up earlier. It was another great historical reference. God, Clock Cutter, you talk like a the extended highlights that are available from the NFL and the teams make following the game. So much easier. Oh, very, very studious. Where's this CrossFat? I even forget what it was about. Here, this. Fitness Lonnie was chasing CrossFit tail so hard it drove him to a monastery. Yeah, and then he even said the
Andrea Ager.
Andrea Ager denying him turned him into a monastic monk. That was crazy.
You're telling me this guy is a monastic monk?
This guy's he's so cool. God, I fucking love him. He's come over to the house a few times. My kids fucking absolutely adore him.
He's working out in children's underwear.
Yeah, and that chick is hot. Is that like 10 years old? I wonder what that chick looks like now.
11.6. It's almost 15 years old.
Wow. Lori Carver.
What the fuck is he doing? Look at this.
He's hot. Lori.
What the fucking hell is this guy?
Lori Carver. Lori Carver. What does she look like now?
This is so bizarre, dude. So fucking bizarre. And he's wearing boots. Like he's a WWE wrestler.
I don't even see her on Instagram now. Damn.
Probably went dark.
He's hot.
Bravo 6 going dark.
All right. As part of our Christmas ad campaign.
Stuff your stocking this holiday season with our Hog Scrub. Push your stocking to its limits with Hog Scrub. Right now, if you buy 2 bars of Hog Scrub, you get a third for 50% off. Or buy 4 bars, get 1 completely free. And for watching to the end of this video, we're going to give you an extra secret code for another 5% off. Use code GETSTUFFED. Merry Christmas.
Hurry up, Bryson, you stinky boy.
Are you ready to get stuffed?
Holy shit, that's good.
Hurry up, Bryson.
God,
Buy
he's
5
so
bars,
fucking
see the
funny.
hog for free.
He is so fucking funny.
Hurry up, Bryson.
Are you ready to get stuffed?
Wow. All right. The hog scrub. $5,000 Saturday for Kill Taylor.
That's so crazy.
5,000. Brought to you by Paper Street Coffee. 5,000. $5,000. $5,000. By the way, if you have not seen Andrew Hiller just made the greatest video of all time. If you have not seen Andrew's most recent video, you are fucking missing out. Caller, hi. Oh shit. Hold on. Oh my god, my fucking phone's not connecting. Hold on 1 second. Let me try one more time. I really want it to work. I really don't want to hold the phone. I really like a monkey duck. Okay. Go ahead, brother. Only for you.
Yes, there's a machine out there that cures people. Like if you stub your toe,
Yeah.
it would cure your toe in like a couple hours.
Oh, is it like
It's
this
called plasma.
plasma machine?
The plasma machine, man.
Well,
It's,
can I
you
get
ever heard of it?
can I get it on Amazon?
No. It's a Tesla club. Tesla.club. But so Jeff Berwick, Dollar Vigilante.
I don't
he
know.
uses it all the time.
Okay.
The Dollar Vigilante. He uses it all the time.
Where can I find it on
And,
the internet? I'm looking for it. The plasma machine. I see the plasma table.
Yeah. It's called TZLA.club. And I want my percentage.
Oh, Tesla coils. The term TZLA plasma machine is likely a misinterpretation or misspelling of the two concepts related to Nikola Tesla.
It's this guy.
Yeah,
Oh.
but it's a Tesla.club.
Oh, Jeff Berwick.
TZLA.club. Yes.
Oh, he has crazy eyes.
Yeah, he's going on a mission. To defeat the New World Order.
What's oh, that's kind of cool. What's he the video that Caleb pulled up, he's huffing something out of a bag. What's he huffing?
No, that's not it. What do you do, right?
yeah.
You got like balls, right?
Yeah.
There's 2 balls,
Yep. Got him.
and you rub it like if your liver is fucked up, you just rub it by the liver, and then you just pray, and the plasma machine like fixes the blood and stuff.
Let me just
Suffers
ask you.
things.
Let me just ask you this really quick, since you brought up liver damage. Is your liver suffering from the morning natty ices you've been drinking?
I've been poisoned a couple of times, and you can feel the liver burn, taste the liver in your mouth, and then what you do, you get a dandelion tea, drink it, and then it's gone.
What about the
And you
balls,
say,
though? What about the balls? Can't you just rub the balls?
Yeah, it costs 11,000 plus 4,000 for my fee. For 15,000, I will deliver it to your house.
Okay. Hey, what ethnicity are you? Are you a white man?
Yeah.
Okay.
They tell me I look Irish or Spanish.
Okay, because I thought I just heard a little bit of an accent there. That was a trip.
No, I was just going a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you,
talk.
thank you. The dollar store plasma balls. Got it. Thank you.
You gotta get the plasma balls. Tesla Club.
Okay.
Okay.
Love you, buddy.
Later.
Andrew Hiller's video on the IFP3ZYK is crazy. Have you seen that, Caleb?
Yeah, I started watching it. It is ludicrous. It's ludicrous.
You know what? I love that. I love whatever mood, I love that mood. It's like it pushed Hiller over the edge. You know what I mean? Like I love that mood. Like he surrendered to something. I love that version of Hiller. Just like where he's like, hey, dude, this isn't even like, he can't even rip on it. It's so preposterous. It's just like, and it's one story after another. The build-up's great too. Have you ever been in a town square setting, like in a big city, and there's a guy who's gonna eat fire, but he talks about eating fire for 5 minutes before he does it because he's trying to get the crowd around?
Yes.
You know that technique? So Hiller does that for like 3 or 4 minutes. He's building this shit up, and then he just goes fucking pure poetry for 15 minutes. And I just love his laughs and his facial expressions. I love this side of Hiller. It's so fucking funny. I watched it late last night, and I watched it 1.5 speed, and I was kind of hating myself because I was like, man, I should save this and watch this at regular speed when I'm working out tomorrow. It is so good. There's no way he didn't script that. It was mad funny. Oh, Hiller's vibes in this video are crazy. It is so funny. And this IFP3 thing, wow.
It's crazy how bad it is.
The thing is,
like I've never even heard of this happening at like a local competition. You know what I mean? Like at my local affiliate. I've never seen or heard of it, something like this being so poorly run.
Yeah, just one bad thing after another.
Right. Completely avoidable.
Yeah, it's the cascade of disasters that occur at this event are wild, and I just can't emphasize enough. The other side is like the athletes are never going to be happy, period. So like they're inherently get there and they're ready to complain about the first thing that doesn't go their way because they're so locked in and you're dealing with a group of people. And I say this in defense of them, like they see the weekend going a certain way and including their performance, but then the last thing they want is something interfering with their ability to execute on their vision. And on top, so they're all, when these athletes show up at these events, whatever they are, they're already stuck in this vision. So athletes will never be happy. That's what I used to tell about the WFP. Hey man, no matter how much you do for these people, they're going to complain. And I'm in defense of them. It's because they have a vision of how things are going to go. They've already set themselves up to complain. And so, you know, like let's say you're going to a wedding and then you go to pick up your tuxedo and they don't have your tuxedo. So you have to wear some other fucking tuxedo. And then you're driving there and your tire gets flat. And then you get there and the first thing that happens is you spill coffee on your suit. And it's just a cascade of just horrible shit, right? And none of it really matters. But it's not what you vision. You envision yourself picking up your chick, going to this wedding, getting drunk, eating a lot of cake, and going home and fucking, right? Or maybe fucking one of the bridesmaids. And instead, it's just fucking disaster. So these people are so locked in on how it should go that anything that goes wrong, like if like the time from the warm-up area to getting on the floor was 12 minutes instead of what they promised at 9, they hate you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's just the situation they're in. But then to have the colossal failures that this IF3PZY event had.
2 different clocks running at different times, 2 different divisions running on the same floor.
People doing different workouts and getting scores for the same event. I mean, it is crazy, dude. It's crazy.
You couldn't even run your own affiliate that way.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, dude. I was like, if someone ran their affiliate like this, you would have no customers.
Nobody would show up.
Guys,
just go at the same time, going in opposite directions.
The best run event, the safest event, the event with the most media, the event with the most fans, hands down. The event with the best workouts, the events with the best medical is always going to be the CrossFit Games. Like no one's even like close. Like nobody. And then just to throw this in there, the absurdity that the Mayhem Classic is using the Rogue point system is also fucking crazy. Honestly, I've been thinking about that more and more. I don't even know how that's being allowed.
I don't understand where that's coming from.
I'm not even sure because
shouldn't they all have the same scoring system?
Well, the problem is that you can't. The Rogue event gives 2,500 points, and it's already an invitational. And that invitational is so. The whole cool thing about the CrossFit Games is the egalitarian. Is that a word? Egalitarian. Egalitarian. The egalitarian aspect of it. The fact that the funnel's so massive that it can capture everyone.
Relating to or believing in the principle that all people are equal and deserve equal rights.
Right. Okay. So everyone can come in and do CrossFit, the CrossFit Games. Everyone can compete. And so when we didn't have a lot of people, everyone could just show up to the games and compete at the games. But as so many people have, the funnels keeps getting longer and longer because there's so many people trying to get into this narrow portal. And but if you and it's totally cool that Rogue does an invitational. It's their fucking money. I fucking love it. Do what you want to do. It's cool that the WFP, if they just want to invite their friends, that's totally cool. It's their money. But to have something now that's in the portal, that's in the funnel to take you to the CrossFit Games, and it's based on something that's already an invitational to get you there because Rogue gives so many fucking points in their own point system. It's batshit crazy. I'd love to hear whoever's running the Mayhem Classic their justification of that because there's got to be something I'm missing. Double rewarded, yeah. I mean, it's and for those of you who aren't following, basically think of it like this: the most amount. I don't know if this is exactly true, but the spirit of what I'm saying is true. You can get 2,500 points if you win Rogue, and you can get 2,500 points if you win the games in this point system, right? And you only get like 200 points if you win like Crash or WFP or some shit like that, right? So they're standalone, just how many points you can get. But and then now Mayhem is using the people who are the highest on that leaderboard to invite their top 15 to the Mayhem Classic. Well, Rogue is already so exclusive and an invitational. It's not egalitarian at all. Now this Mayhem Classic has picked up that fucking narrowing or that fucked up part of the funnel where you're not actually getting the best or you're not giving the opportunity to the most people. I did a horrible job of explaining that, but I think you get it. Do you get it? I'll explain it again.
You're saying it's not the way that they're scoring it. They're using the Rogue, the whatever the fuck Bill and Katie came up with their seasonal compilation of events like Wodify, and they're using that system to determine who's going to compete at Mayhem, or to determine a certain amount of people that are going to compete at Mayhem.
So basically, Mayhem's going to invite. Mayhem has 20 people coming to the Classic. I think 15 of them will be used. Whoever's top on the Rogue leaderboard. The problem with the Rogue leaderboard is you can get so many fucking points just by going to the Rogue Invitational, and not everyone can go there. Whereas I understand why the games get so many points because anyone can go there.
Yes. And if you're
so it has this huge bias towards people who go to Rogue when it's already a fucking invitational, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yes. If you're a semifinal, you should follow the open season, and everybody who goes to that semifinal should be determined by their placement or how well they did in the competition in the semifinal or quarterfinals in the open.
Yes.
It should not have anything to do with Rogue.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's fucktarded.
If the Rogue event was only worth 100 points, then I'd be like, okay, I guess. But it's almost like their own. It's almost like they're. Here's the thing.
If you're going to be an invitational, be an invitational. You should not be a part of the regular open season, the game season.
Right. And now they are. They've inserted themselves into the funnel. If it's crazy. It's invalidated it for me, to tell you the truth. Here's the
100%.
thing. I don't care if Rogue uses their point system to invite people to their event. Awesome, cool, more power to you. But then they shouldn't give points for their event.
Yeah,
if you win Rogue, you should just get 0 points. They shouldn't even be in part of the point system then. Go ahead and use it to curate and aggregate and get the best people, but don't give points for fucking winning it.
Well, but wouldn't that I think they should give points if they win Rogue, because if you do, then you're allowed to come back like the following year. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, for their own event, but then it definitely shouldn't be used by anyone else. The Mayhem Classic should not be using it.
100%. That's it. If you win the event, then you get enough points for an automatic bid for the next year, or you just automatically get a bid. Or if you're top 3, you get 175, 50 points or something.
Yeah,
but none of those points should count towards any other event anywhere else. Especially not during the game season.
I'm so tripping on it. It's pivot to the Candace Owens story. I don't know if you guys are following the Candace Owens story, but man, everyone is bashing her.
Really?
Dude, it's crazy. Everyone is basically calling her crazy. Everywhere I go on Twitter, they're saying she's lost her mind. But man, I can't stop thinking about this Project Veritas thing. And hey, you know what's crazy? I don't know if you guys are following the story, but basically yesterday, Project Veritas, which is not affiliated with Candace Owens at all, released text messages from someone at the Department of Justice, the daughter of the former Attorney General of the United States, Mary Daly, in 2021, from her Department of Justice position. Text messages have been released where she's sending a photographer to take pictures of Candace Owens and her husband to blackmail them. Get them doing compromising shit, and to blackmail other people. It's fucking a crazy fucking story. Well, this lady, Mary Daly, put out a statement saying she's denying those are her text messages. And so someone else wrote, Michael Flynn or someone else wrote, not Michael Flynn, someone else wrote something along the lines was, well, like, yeah, you can deny it all you want. The reason why you're not suing her is because you're terrified of the discovery process. Meaning, if they sue Candace is going to be able to say, let's see your text messages. Give us your phone. And she'll have to turn it over.
Right.
And so she can deny all she wants. And her father was a son of a bitch. Yeah, it's crazy. That's it. And all of a sudden, all of her craziness is like, oh shit. She's basically saying that she has evidence that the French Foreign Legion and the Mossad were working in tandem. That Macron paid $1.5 million to have her killed, which is crazy. I mean, and that's why so many people are calling her batshit crazy. And she's also suggesting that they're the ones that killed Charlie Kirk.
Suspicious, dude. It's all suspicious.
So there's that. From Mayhem Classic to Candace Owens. She's gone. No, you think? They're not gonna do nothing.
She's another one of those like wild card talking heads. And by wild card, I mean they just can't control her.
My wife just said I was literally wiping your hairs out of the sink and your Matoothian while you were talking about it on the show.
Oh my god.
No boy. I remember when I was a kid and I would be like, man, I'm so glad I don't live in a third world country where everything's corrupt.
Now what do you think?
Just crazy town banana pants. It's just crazy.
Oh god. I haven't heard that in a long time.
Crazy town banana pants. That Sevon guy's crazy. He thinks men are men and women are women.
What a wild concept.
Checking my Robinhood. I've been investing now for almost 2 weeks. And my
Yeah.
portfolio is down 2.15%. My entire portfolio.
I had a lot of hope yesterday that we were going to be back on the up, but we are not.
How do I see how much I've invested altogether? Oh shit. My it just went up. Oh no. I have $606. $20 a day. That's all I ask.
$20 a day.
That's what I'm investing in. That's my spend.
Just
fuck-
$20 a day. You can help a poor Armenian man like myself.
I am also not only is Kill Taylor $5,000 this Saturday, but I am trying to get Dave on Thanksgiving morning to review episode 3 of the behind the scenes.
That'd be
Not
good.
this morning. How is everything? How's the editing? Have you edited this morning? Yeah, you have. Here's the star of
the workout. I edit the workout.
Here's the star of the new vlog, 3 Plain Brothers.
Hey, that could be published tonight.
You think?
Yep.
Another episode?
After the workout,
Yeah.
that's it. They're gonna end it there.
I think there's a lot of not good stuff that just needs to be cut out. Boring shit, though, I saw.
Yeah, but yeah, I cut it down. The whole thing is 11 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you can cut a minute.
I prefer your work that's cinema verite.
What is that?
Cinema verite is when it's just the camera is just like you don't know it's there. Like I don't like the stuff so much where you're like, hey, this is my favorite Lego, this is my backyard, like the show and tell stuff. Cinema verite, a style of filmmaking characterized by realistic, typical documentary motion pictures. They avoid artificially an artistic effect and are generally made with simple equipment. You know what I mean? Like I like the stuff where like you're just playing with your brothers and you kind of forget the camera's there.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you guys are fighting in the backyard because someone peed on someone's leg or someone gets a bloody nose or you guys
observational filmmaking, if you will.
Yeah, or like when you go in and sell the fruit to the store guy. I prefer that. It shows a maturity in your filmmaking, I think.
One of my videos hit 507 views.
Holy shit. Hey, Joe. I'm really excited about the 2 jiu-jitsu tournaments we have in the can. Those are going to be fun to edit.
Yeah, episode 8 is the jiu-jitsu tournament.
I was thinking we
Or
cut it
9.
and we don't show any of the losses. We just show pin after pin after pin, and then like you guys on the podium getting gold and shit. And like
there is no losses.
Oh, that a
In
boy.
the first one.
That a boy.
In the first tournament, there is no losses.
That a boy.
That's how you catch it.
There's just Joey, how many matches did you do in at the US Open? 3 each?
He did 8. He did 4 each. He did 8 matches. He was
No. Yeah.
they're all the same to me.
How much did you do that? How many matches?
Rogue DQ'd the man who won the women's strongman.
4?
Wait, is that true? Can we find that story? I want to find that story.
Barbell spin, fastest news in the space.
Oh, I thought I saw something. Let me see that. The trans event has controversy.
Yeah.
Trump hat. The Trump hat.
God, I wish my forearms were that big. That's Ari's Trump hat, the Trump wig. Those tits are nice. Let me see that controversy ensues after Jamie Booker's bio.
It's crazy you say those are nice.
I was talking about Dallins.
Okay. All right.
Jamie Booker won the women's division of the official strongman games this past weekend. The win sparked controversy as Booker was born a biological male and is now competing as a transgender woman. Holy shit.
Heidi guy woke up and edited it till what time is it?
Oh, she's pissed.
I'm in the middle. Oh shit, she rolled her eyes at her.
Yep.
Can we hear the audio on that? Oh, she looked at her like she thought she was gross.
Yeah.
She gave her
And then all the other
"You're
women are like, yep.
disgusting."
Everyone on Earth is dying to tell their own story, and
Can I see a the next guys? I'm in the middle of a fucking show. I will hurry up. Let me see that one. Wow, 2 posts from the spin. This is incredible. Can I read that? Official Strongwoman Games disqualifies Jamie Booker following investigation. Oh, Strongman Games. It wasn't the Rogue event?
Yeah, I think it was like World's Strongest Man or something like that.
Oh, darn it. Can I see a full article on that? How do they know that's a dude? That's pure woman to me.
So word on the street is they actually do like porn or OnlyFans. And so there's very credible footage of this individual
Oh, this thing's
doing
like
tranny porn.
Wow.
And so it's very obvious that they're still intact.
Wow. Wow.
That's fucking amazing.
What's crazy is think about this. It's already a trans event.
Don't take that apart, Joey.
And then on top of that, you had a man enter the trans. Oh God, it's so I can't even wrap my head around it. It's like a fucking adult riddle. What is there a full article on it? This is incredible.
Let me see. Let me borrow
No, that's a puzzle.
Incredible. Hey, dude, the women's event should just be open to anyone.
It's a
And
puzzle.
I put women in quotes. Boys, can you guys clear out? It's about to get edgy in here.
What?
Huh?
I thought I was hanging out.
Oh. Official Strongman Games disqualifies Jamie Booker following the investigation. Just minutes after I reported Jamie Booker, a transgender woman, won the 2025 Official Strongman Games World Championships this weekend. The organizer put out a statement that they've disqualified Booker. As such, Andrea Thompson has now been crowned the 2025 Strongest Woman. In a statement by OSM, what's that? Organization of Strong
Official
Trannies?
Strong. Fuck, I don't know, dude.
They confirmed they were unaware that Booker had been born biological male prior to competition. Organizers began investigating the situation once they were informed. However, during this investigation, attempts to contact Jamie Booker have gone unanswered. OSM's policy is that athletes can only compete in the category for their biological sex recorded at birth. They also acknowledged that if they had been aware of the situation before the competition, that Booker would not have been permitted to compete in the women's division. Following the conclusion of OSM's investigation, Jamie Booker has been disqualified from the official Strong World Championships transgender event. All points and places will be adjusted without Booker's scores to ensure the rightful place are allocated to the remaining athletes. Here's the thing. The reason why I called it trans event is there's only so much testosterone. That's the whole thing. You take enough testosterone as a woman and now you're a trans man or trans woman, whatever it's called. This is crazy. Oh, is this more?
This is the original article.
400 of the top strong men and women. There's that many strong people?
I don't know.
400?
It's subjective. It's like hard work. Like
Booker
I could be strong.
Booker stood atop the podium while Andrea Thompson finished second on the podium. During the award ceremony, Thompson walked off the podium where it appears she said, "This is bullshit." According to Rebecca Roberts, I didn't think black people did strongman. This is crazy. According to Rebecca Roberts, a 3-time world's strongest woman, no one knew of Booker's background, including the event organizers. Apparently, this is only Booker's 3rd time competing. On Monday, Roberts took to social media where she posted an image that read, "Protect women's sports." In the caption, she added, "I hold no hate towards transgender people. Everyone deserves dignity, respect, and the freedom to live their truth." Their truth. I agree. But I cannot stay silent about something that threatens the fairness and future of women's strength sports. Oh, but look at, they have the BLM. Look at, but they protect women's sports, and it's the BLM.
They're all just culturally appropriating themselves.
Yeah. Oh shit. I gotta go.
No,
Thank
Heidi,
you.
you're taking me to tennis.
No, I'm going to gym. I am?
Yeah.
No.
Mom's taking Joey this time.
Oh, that sucks.
You never watch me.
I like gymnastics better than tennis.
Come on, I'm the sick kid. I'm the favorite, right? Yeah? Yeah? Why are you looking at both of us? Sometimes I think you're just a dad that was programmed to be here.
Oh, like just for you guys?
Yeah.
Like you guys are on Earth, and God was like, send Sevon down to father these kids.
Yeah.
I feel that way every day.
Like sometimes I feel like, you know how the Terminator comes down from a different world?
Yeah.
You're like you're a robot. Like someone sent you from a different world.
I must make these kids. We must have the 3 Plane Brothers.
Yeah, you don't even know my birthday.
Vlog 3 Plane Brothers. I know your birthday. It's
She had to go.
it's the month before the twins. I know it's in October.
Oh yeah, good job.
14 or 13?
3rd.
3rd. Fuck, 3rd. October 3rd.
I'm gonna give you my.
Yeah, you're November 22nd. I know you.
No, that's Ari.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, so I don't know people's birthdays. Whatever.
Do you know mom's?
She's like if Sam Sulek became a strong woman.
January 14th.
24th.
Holy fuck, I suck.
So your own birthday?
March 16th. Don't forget it. Send me a present. I love strong man, woman.
Remember
stuff.
we made you cry on the show?
No, I don't think I've
Remember
ever, I
when
don't think I've,
Mom
I
put, like,
haven't
a
cried
box
since
of-
I stubbed my toe when I was 10.
Remember mom put a box of tissues right there and you're like, what is this for? And then we all made a video for you and you cried.
What is this thing Andrew sent?
Is a funny joke. I think if that's what you're looking at.
Oh, no, Hiller, fuck you. Fuck you, Hiller. He's making
What?
fun of me because I didn't know Brendan was the CEO of Wodify, but I had him on. Like, listen.
No. He didn't come on. That's the funny thing.
Oh, he didn't?
We had a show like scheduled for him, and then he didn't come on. So the joke
good.
is that
Okay.
you were there and he wasn't there, and or
Oh,
maybe
good.
that he. Okay, never mind. I think
Okay.
maybe you're right. I don't know.
I can't even remember my fucking kid's birthday. How the fuck am I supposed to remember?
The screen grab that he got doesn't have him on there, so I just imagine that he didn't come on or something.
Yeah. Take that, Hiller. Whatever.
I wasn't there, so I have no clue.
Anyway, if I really hope Hiller does something on the Hiller.
Oh, he
you need
was
to-
on. He was on.
Oh fuck. Hiller, you need to get the porn footage of that chick thing.
I'm gonna go research it after.
Oh yeah,
this.
I remember Brendan Rice. He was great. He lives in a cubicle. I remember that. I remember he spends a shitload of time in a cubicle. Cubicle.
What is that?
That's just like when you get a normal job and you get stuck inside all day pushing buttons.
I hope you never have that.
Oh, like Homer Simpson?
Yeah.
Doesn't even push any buttons, really.
Okay. Make sure after you watch Scott Schweitzer, you go on over to Hiller's Hiller Fit and watch that video. That video is so good. So good.
And don't forget to go over to my channel.
Oh yeah, and go over to the vlog 3 Plane Brothers, subscribe and like. All right. Love you guys. I gotta pee. Caleb,
comment.
thanks for coming on.
Sure.
Love you guys. We'll see you, I don't know, very soon.
Boo bye.
Boo bye.